of me dancing on Old Bear. That was officially the stupidest thing I've done in probably 20 years.
Yeah, but it was fun. It had that feeling of me back in high school tearing stuff up.
See, that was the stuff that I was trying to explain to Dr. Mike yesterday.
Yeah.
When I get into that, that's when I forget about all the stuff.
Yeah.
But those moments are fleeting unless we do it every night.
We're going to run out of billionaires.
Damn, they got good security.
They do.
You have the audio?
I do. I laughed about that all night.
Let me see the audio. Sure. I want to listen to it now, but I don't want to blow everything all at once.
I know.
What's the very beginning? Is it the setup?
I was pulling up, getting out of the truck. You handed me the camera.
All right. We'll listen to that.
All right, things 4 or 5 minutes.
No problems. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, it's almost a minute in before we launch the first roll.
Problems?
No problems with the police, I take it?
Not with the police.
Good.
Old man Cupid came out and run us off.
Did he really?
Yeah. We don't know who it was. Some guy with a flashlight came at us.
Running.
Yeah. So we hopped in the mystery machine and got out of there.
Zoinks.
Yeah. I want to go do that again tonight.
Where?
I don't know. Let's roll somebody else's house. Okay. I like the feeling of what's that feeling?
Anticipation.
Reckless abandon.
Yeah. I just like the fact of one of those.
You ever seen the movie Swingers? Ever? No, you haven't. Okay.
No, I haven't.
It's 4 or 5 guys and they drive everywhere together and they're all on the line. They all change lanes at the same time. That was us last night. We got 5 cars and we're all sneaking down the road.
And all of us got out of our cars at the same time and went, hey, anybody see Swingers?
I'm sure it wasn't very obvious at all.
That was great. And we were stealth.
Yeah. Yeah, Chris?
So I'm taking it was a success last night?
No.
Oh, did you wear the gorilla masks?
No.
All right.
All right, thanks. We had somebody monitoring the police scanner.
I see.
So if the call came down, we knew to get the hell out of there.
Nice.
Yeah, we had it covered. There's really no way we were going to. In fact, the more I think about it, why did we stop when the guy came out with the flashlight? Just because you got a flashlight don't mean nothing.
He probably had a gun,
Well,
too.
you don't know that. And he can't shoot us for launching toilet paper at the house.
Who knows? Just time to run.
Well, not lawfully.
Yeah, he couldn't shoot us.
They were on to us. It was time to run. You see a guy running at you with a flashlight, you run.
Yeah, it's conditioned response.
Especially when you're just armed with toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's screaming, you meddling kids. It's a bunch of 30, 40-year-old men rolling a house and running like kids when the guy with the flashlight comes out. We still don't know who it was.
No.
Was that a guard shack that was up close to the fence?
I believe that's what that was. That's where he came out of. He didn't come out of the front door.
The video's perfect.
Yeah.
I had just slung another one over the fence, and right about that time, in the left-hand frame of the video, you see this flashlight coming. We all scream and jump in the back of the truck, and somebody almost leaves us.
I did not. I was being told to leave you.
All right, I'm going to play the beginning. Don't let me play all of this.
Oh, okay.
Because you know how I am.
Right.
It's like Christmas.
The first 60 seconds is just us getting out and getting ready.
All right. All the video looked good?
Yeah, I was amazed that as dark as it was, I laughed all morning long. I just kept rewinding it and watching it and rewinding it, and I couldn't quit. And it's just like my son's sitting in my lap, and we're pointing at it, and he's like going, that's you, Daddy. Who's the guy with the light? And it just, you can't get over it.
And that camera shoots really good in low light.
Yes, it really is.
All right, here it is.
Yeah, so much for him having a big street light in front. It would have helped us.
Yeah.
Dan's got a big house.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
You got this. You're in charge of that.
I got it.
All right.
Are we rolling? Yeah. Do I need? How low? Oh, we got low light. Okay. And we are rolling.
Did you close the doors so these lights go out?
Oh, I thought he said he wanted that light on.
Oh,
We were picking anything.
yeah.
Hold on, I'm not, okay, I don't have y'all yet. You know what? That light needs to be on so you can see you. Stand by. Okay, let me back up.
We shot the first one out of the bed, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. I really think I could have probably chunked those rolls further than we were launching them.
That's kind of weird. I wonder why.
I don't know. We're doing something wrong?
I just think the density and how far you were pulling that thing back, they weren't getting enough force because they weren't dense enough. Does that make sense?
No, not really.
I think if we put rocks in them or something like that, then
They would help them carry.
Yeah, something to help them carry. But they were going pretty far. It's just they were coming apart.
We should have wetted them down.
Well, then they would separate.
That make any difference. Still get them in the defense. Because I think they were only going in, 20 feet, 25?
Yeah, maybe 25, 30 feet.
Didn't we hit one of the trees?
Hit one of the trees. One right in front. Second roll hit a tree. Third roll hit somebody else.
Yeah. I think we hit the guy with the flashlight.
I see.
There it goes.
Open the door.
Was that one?
That was the first one, yeah.
All right.
Maybe we ought to get out. Yeah.
Who else's house can we roll?
I don't know.
Really, I think we're on to something.
Well, we can roll people that are up here, people that we know that we work with.
KLLI? Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's roll Joy's house.
Okay, it's a little far, but okay.
Oh, that's right. She lives on the other side of Fort Worth.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just mail her the toilet paper?
No. It's not as fun.
What other celebs do we know? I know where Scott Sands lives.
Okay.
And roll his house.
We can do that.
Excellent.
The news chicks you like? Well, Mally recommended Alexa.
I don't know where she lives.
Yeah.
Do you guys know?
I'll find out.
Yeah, put that on the list. We'll just make a list of everybody's houses we want to roll.
Okay.
Roll the ones we can find.
Good idea.
We...
You're quite the comic. Thank you.
Instead of rolling somebody else's house in effigy.
Yes.
All right.
I get it.
Good.
Chesner, we know where Scott Chesner lives.
They live in Fort Worth?
Yeah.
I don't want to drive that far.
Okay.
You know where Laura Miller lives?
I don't think that's a good idea.
Why not?
I don't. It's a mayor.
So?
Okay.
That's even more fun.
Okay.
I almost like that better than rolling Cuban's house.
Okay.
It has political overtones.
Yeah. Paint all the toilet paper black.
No.
Say Tyrell did it.
No. No. No.
Yeah, let's go TP her house.
Okay. Uh-oh, dogs. Play it all.
All right, don't let me play the rest of
Play
it.
it all.
All right, because there's a guy about to come out.
No, so we can launch one more from the ground, and then the third one is when we...
All right, let me launch one more.
No. Okay. The neighborhood dogs over to start to bark at us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the dog barking in case JD's narration didn't help you out. Shut up! Effort, those are the neighborhood dogs that are barking at us right here.
Really, those aren't dogs? Those are extras?
No, we didn't bring those in later or dub them in. Those weren't floated in later. Just in case you were curious. Those are actual dogs who were in the neighborhood or surrounding houses.
At a
As
house.
we continue with it, playback.
At a house that we found.
Yeah.
As opposed to when we did.
Quit! Both you guys shut up. I think you're stoned. I think Everett's getting a contact high. There they are again. All right, you're taking it from me. Otherwise, I'll play it all.
Right.
Hide that.
Okay.
Does Chris at VertBiz have the video?
Yes, I gave it to him this afternoon.
All right. Let me check my website, see if it's on there. It's a photo gallery. Why, yes, it is. Well, that was quick. How long's the video?
About 1:47.
Okay. I'll show that to Everett during one of the breaks. And there's the video of Dan O'Malley in the gay tent. Cool.
In the gay tent?
Yeah, he screwed up something last week, so we set up a tent and stuck him in there with his hands tied with gay Steven.
Oh. How'd that work out?
Got his pants off.
Excellent.
Time ran out about the time he got his cheeks apart. It's on the video.
I have lots to watch later.
We really, instead of putting this on the website, we should just start dumping it to DVD and selling it.
Sell them, yeah.
Because really, this is turning out to be weirder than KRP in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Yeah, Scott?
Hey. Russ.
Thanks. And what was the whole thing? Eddie, why did you jump in on JD's side?
I actually have no reason. That was just, the door was open and I took off running and I thought, we're just going to jump in. And for some reason, it was like I automatically assumed I was going to drive away, and then he wouldn't move over.
I'm moving over to my truck.
And then he's going, get out. And I'm like, oh, no, you're going to leave me.
we see the security guy coming.
Yeah.
We all jump in the bed of the truck.
Okay.
And we're all screaming, go, go. And for some reason, the truck's going, what, 6 miles an hour?
No, we were doing almost, with him hanging out the door, I was afraid to go too fast. Afraid he was going to fall out and get run over.
And then we stop, and I'm laying down, and I can't figure out why we're going so slow. And all of a sudden, the truck stops, and there's somebody following us, and we don't know who the hell it is. And I'm screaming, what the hell are you doing stopping? Next thing I know, Eddie jumps out and gets in the bed with us. Still don't understand why you went in that side.
I honestly have no reason. I keep thinking that myself. It was just, the door was open. I saw JD go in, and I'm like going, I'm next. And I just jumped in right behind him. And then I couldn't figure out he wasn't moving over. And I was like going, okay, and then he started driving.
So if I understand it right, your driver's door was open while Eddie's hanging out?
Yeah. And their car's pulling up behind us. Like, I can't speed off.
I take it you're usually the driver in these types of things.
Yeah. We should designate that next time. When we run off like kids, the person that drove here is the one driving off. Not a bunch of people hanging out the driver's door.
That slowed our escape.
And we met back because we all parked at this church around the corner. We all get in JD's truck. And then we go back to get our cars later. And we get out. We're still giggling like a bunch of Girl Scouts who just unloaded a bunch of cookies. Sorry you missed it.
Yeah, it sounds thrilling. Well, I was ready in the event that bonds were in.
There's not a chance in hell you were going to answer the phone.
Oh, sure I
You
would have.
never answer the phone after hours.
Well, I would have answered the phone after hours. Not after, if you waited till 2 a.m. to get arrested, then, that's discourteous to me.
Wasn't convenient for us. We just waited till it got dark and we headed out there. Excuse me. Yes, Chris.
Hey, really good video, man.
How long's the video?
Huh?
How long is it?
It looks like it's about 25, 30 seconds.
Is that it? Is that all you're giving?
I gave him 1:40.
Oh, well, it may be that. I wasn't timing it out, but it's just funny as hell. It's great watching you guys. It looks like a Chinese fire drill.
Yeah. All right, thanks. Is my site locked up yet? That's a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, seems to be going. All right, if you want to watch it, it's in the photo gallery of russmartin.com. We know where Craddock lives. You want to do his house?
Sure.
I'm in.
That's worth driving to the mid-cities. Mm-hmm. Are you really in on that one?
Sure.
It's probably not a good idea if you go.
Okay, I'll stay behind then.
Not that I don't want you to enjoy the experience. Or you could watch from a distance. But it doesn't do any good if I say, hey, call our attorney, and all we got to do is bang on the bars.
Yeah. Scrape your cup against the window grating.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll hang out in case anything comes up.
Yeah. Who do you call when you get in trouble?
Call my partner.
Okay. Does he answer the phone?
Absolutely.
All right. Maybe we'll start calling him now.
Well, whenever can go. We can all call his partner.
Yeah. What would happen if something like that if you got arrested for something like that, would that challenge your license?
Oh, no, not for something trivial like that. It would have to be something significant.
So misdemeanors, you're in the clear.
Yeah, for the most part. I think theft, any crime of moral turpitude would be problematic. Anything that would bear unfavorably upon my character, as it were.
And you don't think having a law degree and having a doctorate in jurisprudence would be jeopardized by you rolling somebody's house?
No, absolutely not.
All right. What about a flaming bag of grunt?
That might get a little bit closer.
All right.
To approaching some sort of.
I'm just curious.
No, but truly,
what you could do without getting in trouble.
No, I mean, you could get arrested, but for something that trivial, it wouldn't be a big deal.
All right. Well, the guy on line 9's got a good idea, but I don't want to say it and give him the heads up. Let me turn the mics off. I'll tell you. I'm gonna roll.
Yes.
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 That was just apropos.
Yes.
Yes. Find out which house he's in this week, because I know he's got a few. I want to roll the right one. Is anybody we're pissed off after we want to roll?
I can think of.
Think so.
All right. We'll figure out something. All right. Well, we'll play the rest of the audio later. If you want to watch the video, it's already in the photo gallery of russmartin.com. All right. You got audio? You ready to go?
Yes.
You want to hand it to me?
Oh, I don't have any other audio than what we have. This guy crying about suing the NFL and some stuff from the Cubs game.
God, that was on CNN every 15 minutes today. Did you see it?
Oh, yeah.
What are the rules with? You want to just start? Is the news sponsored?
Yes.
All right, here. We'll just start and get this out of the way. All right, 332 news is sponsored
by Miller Lite.
This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite.
All right, what are the rules with this? You got a guy, now they say he didn't actually reach over the railing.
Correct.
Well, from my understanding, if you run out into the field of play, that's obviously interference, and it would have been called an out. But since he was in the stands, he has as much right to the ball as the player, presumably, since he didn't leave where he was sitting. And so technically it's not a violation. O'Malley's shaking his head, so maybe I'm mistaking that.
Hang on, wrong mic. Go ahead.
Obviously, if he goes into the play of field, that would be huge interference. What he's talking about, though, is when your hands go into the field of play, therefore crossing the railing.
Right.
And what the umpire called was no interference because, and he was standing no more than 10 feet away, his hand did not go completely into the field of play.
Yeah, it does look like the player's glove goes back over the railing.
There's a picture. Okay. That's a smoking gun, and you can see.
Let me see. I would say, by my expert analysis, I don't know. The player is reaching over the railing, so the ball is technically out of play then, right?
Technically it is, and at that point the ruling is the player has just as much right to the ball as the fan does at that point. If he catches it, then it's an out. But since the fan interfered with it, he couldn't catch it. So, and that's why they called no interference on that one.
And you know what? He ain't the only guy in this picture. He's not the only guy reaching for it. No. There are a bunch of people headed in that direction. There's just one guy that actually got his hands on the ball.
Correct.
These people, these fans are going absolutely ape grunt.
Yeah, and anybody in that position would have done exactly the same thing. You're not thinking,
but this guy, now I'll guarantee you he's fearing for his life.
Sure
he didn't go to work today. No. They've talked to his dad who said, you know what? I always told him go for the foul balls. By the way, he ain't nowhere around, so don't come over to the house.
They got his name, they got where he works, they got everything on the internet.
How'd they get all that? He wasn't arrested for anything. How do you get that information?
Smoking gun, got it somehow.
No telling.
Steve Bartman, 26-year-old Chicago Cub fan, works at a Chicago area consulting firm, serves as a coach for the local youth baseball program, or did.
Well, he obviously talked to somebody because he didn't break any rules. There was no reason to release his identity.
He's hoping the Cubs win more than anybody, though, tonight.
Oh, man. Yeah, that would make this whole thing go away.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a non-issue.
Well, I didn't see the rest of the game. Was this the big play that caused them to lose? What, Dan?
No. Some of the fans will say it was, but the main play...
somebody said there was another play later that was a bigger F-up.
Yeah, the bigger F-up was the shortstop, who only had 10 errors all season. The ball hit his glove, and it came out of his glove, and had he gotten it, would have been a double play, thus ending the inning there.
Right.
And at that point, the Cubs still had the lead.
I saw the video of the guy. They're following the fan because now security's leading him out, and he's got the jacket over his head, and some nut. Is that the audio?
That's the audio there, yes.
But the guy is trying to catch up with him to pull the jacket off his head so he can expose him to everyone.
He's angry. Everybody see him.
What purpose is that going to serve?
Rude life of a chance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
He's so twisted.
I saw that guy.
Yeah. What cut is it?
Cut number 2.
I came all the way over here to get to this guy, and then I ended up somehow getting behind security and was right next to the guy. I go, hey, is this the guy? And his friend goes, what are you doing here? And he was holding like a sweatshirt over his face, and I ripped the sweatshirt down over his face. There was a camera right there. Someone should have seen his face. And I thought I exposed his face, and then the security guards pushed me against the wall, and then they came running up here with him.
Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to expose him for ruining what could be a once in a lifetime experience.
And what's that going to change? All right, so he's exposed. He's a guy that tried to catch a ball in a playoff game.
Right.
People do that every year all the time.
Yeah. Just caught up in the passion of the moment. People are throwing full beers around. I mean, they're throwing them at security
I guarantee
guards.
you, had they let that guy alone, they'd have come and killed him.
They'd have killed him.
They'd have jumped on him and beat him right
Somebody
there
would.
over some jackass baseball game.
Somebody would have.
And if the Cubs don't win tonight, he's still at risk.
I'd move. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Is that really what we worry about now?
Apparently.
Yeah.
They do in Chicago.
Well, I mean, if there was a play like that, I wouldn't go and freak out if it happened to the Rangers and they got in that situation and somebody blocked the ball and they lost, what is this thing called?
World Series.
They lost the World
Playoffs,
Series.
yeah.
I wouldn't go kill somebody. I wouldn't riot and flip cars over and set them on fire.
It's a different mentality. Cubs haven't won a World Series since 1908.
We ain't never won one, and I ain't really twisted about it.
I know, but we haven't been around since 1908 either.
Well, I don't care how long we've been around.
Yeah.
We've never won one, and I don't really care.
I know you don't, but some people are very passionate, especially.
But you don't go beat the hell out of somebody just because he went for a ball that anybody else standing in that exact same spot would have done exactly the same thing. Leave the freak alone.
I know. And there's some lady on CNN saying the same thing. Everybody would have done the same thing. It's a natural reaction. Ball's coming right at you.
You're not looking at the railing. All you're doing is making sure that you don't fall over.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not looking down at the player. You don't even know he's there. You're looking up at the ball.
Now, if I was the player, I'd have beat his ass.
Yeah. They exchanged some words.
I mean, as much as you'd like to jump all over this retard and looking at his face, he is retarded.
Yes.
It's not his fault.
No.
Yes, Randy?
Yeah, like you were saying, but as a Cubby fan, you've got to be able to look where the ball's coming and then get out of the way so that your team can catch the ball. He didn't make the error that made the Cubbies lose. That was a shortstop. But, as a fan, you've got to know your team's in the field and you get out of the way. If it was the Marlins, yeah, you block him all you want.
One moment, please. What's he saying?
I have no idea.
We don't understand, Alex. Try again. Hello?
Well, it was Randy. Actually, what I was saying is...
No, I understand what you're saying, but nobody thinks that way. That's not a natural reaction. It's not something, if it happened all the time and that guy was in the exact same spot all the time, then he would be conditioned to get out of the way. But he's excited and wrapped up just like anybody else.
Yeah, but
if it were me and I was playing and some guy did it, I'd be pissed off too. But you can't really fault this guy for jumping up and grabbing the ball. This is really, even this conversation in itself is absurd.
Yeah, but like he said though, the Cubbies haven't been to the series since 1908.
Who cares?
That didn't go through this guy's head.
Well,
and it wouldn't have gone through Randy. If you were Randy. Alex,
Sir.
listen to me. If you were sitting in that spot, you can't tell me you wouldn't go, holy Jesus, a ball's coming, and jump up and try and catch it.
I don't think I would have interfered with the guy.
Randy, a once-in-a-lifetime shot to get a ball from a World Series?
No, it's the National League Championship.
Whatever this thing is that's going on, a once-in-a-lifetime chance for one of these fabulous balls in this event that's happening.
And it's on your side of the rail.
Yeah, it's coming at you. You're going to jump up and get it.
Everybody was going for it. I mean, look at the picture.
I don't know.
Randy, yes, you do. You know what? You can look back on it and go, no, I wouldn't. But you know you would. Everybody would.
Yeah, but as a fan, I would want my team to win.
And plus, the ball, as I'm looking at this, it looks like the ball's coming right at the guy.
Yeah.
That's just a natural reaction. It didn't, if this picture's right, or if I'm looking at it right, it didn't look like he had to jump that far to get it.
No, just put his hand out.
He did the right thing by standing there, but what he did was wrong was he stuck his hand out and put it inside Moses Alou's glove.
Let me see here. The ball, you know what? The ball's on the other side of the rail. At that point, it's like they just said, he's got every right to it.
Yeah, but
so if we're gonna go by your rules and the rules of baseball, which I will now throw in your face,
I don't disagree with you on that as far as the rules go. But since my team is out there, I'm going to want my team to win, and I'm not going to want to interfere with it.
Okay. Well, I have to go. Sports Minute is over, and I'm becoming very bored. And I guarantee you this will be on the news all night. And are they playing again tonight?
Tonight at Wrigley Field, yes.
Okay. Well, maybe if they win, and like you said, tomorrow this becomes a non-issue.
This guy's praying on his knees that they win.
And you're right. If they lose, he may have to move.
Oh, yeah.
Because somebody's going to burn his house down.
Lose his job. Nobody wants to work with you anymore.
Yeah, they said he didn't go to work. His parents aren't saying where he is.
Imagine going to a baseball game and ending up on CNN in hiding the next day. I mean, poor guy.
All of a sudden you're on the lam, you ain't done nothing.
Yeah, baseball came right to me.
I have to dye my hair and grow a beard.
Witness relocation program.
Hold on, let me grab this. Yeah, Sean.
Yes, I happen to know where Nancy J lives. You could roll her house.
Who's Nancy J working for now?
I haven't heard her for a while.
She's still in radio?
I think she's either doing that or TV.
She did what?
I think she's either doing that or TV, that TXCN thing.
Oh, Dan just gave me the thumbs up. She's over at TXCN? How do you know where she lives?
She's my parents' next door neighbor.
Oh, really?
Yes, and it's gated, and I have a gate opener.
Well, dandy. One moment, please.
Oh.
Nancy's still hot.
Yes.
She married?
She wasn't last time I knew.
JD and I worked with her back in the 80s.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What station?
Now it's KZPS. Back then it was KAFM.
Oh, okay.
The AM station was KAAM.
Okay.
She was the news director. And we still think she's the one that dropped the grenade in the toilet.
Really?
Yeah. We're not sure. We could never really pin it on her. Jim Thomas was doing mornings on the AM station, goes to the bathroom, goes back into the studio, sees Nancy going in the bathroom. He's got to go back again because he's got this bladder thing going on. He goes in there, and there's a turd the size of that, like a guava melon, crammed in there. And it's like he couldn't do anything to get it out. So then we had to go get a coat hanger and jab at it for a while to break it up and get it to go down. I think we left it in all weekend just so people could come and see it because it was just so horrendously huge.
People from other floors coming down.
Yeah.
Laying out a body in the parlor to view.
Yeah. Something.
Hey, I know where Mr. Peppermint lives. Right at his house?
No.
Jerry Haynes.
How do you know where he lives?
He lives next door to a friend of mine.
Yeah. Chuck Norris still living here in Dallas?
That I do not know.
I don't know.
We started off kind of big. It's going to be really a little tough to top Mark Cuban.
I think Laura Miller's pretty good.
That's a good one.
I bet we could find out where she lives.
There are a lot of celebrities that live in North Texas. That just could be our rolling thing.
Yeah.
Going around rapping houses. We're the Rap Pack.
There you go. New Rap Pack.
Yeah. Hi, Dale.
How's it going?
Good.
Good. I just wanted to point out that everybody's kind of overlooking the fact that it's just a stupid game.
Oh,
anyway,
no.
So it shouldn't really matter anyway.
No.
They would have killed him over this stupid game.
Yeah. Had they gotten their hands on him, had it not been for security, somebody had made their way up there and killed that guy on national television. I have no doubt.
And what difference does it make anyway? So that somebody doesn't get a stick with a little piece of stuff on it?
They don't care. These people there are people that go. I think this guy that caught the ball or jacked up the play, I think his dad says he goes to like 12 games a month or whatever it is. It's a lot. And I don't know how you do that with a job.
No, especially since a lot of the games there are day games.
Yeah. To me, that's just an absolute fanatic. I've been to a baseball game once in the past 9 years.
Yes.
And that's the only one I ever went to.
It's not that interesting.
No, it's not. And I don't know how you get wrapped up into it.
Who cares anyway?
Last Cowboy game I went to was in the, I think Staubach was still quarterback.
Oh, my God.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You should really go to a Cowboy game.
I don't want to.
Well, we have the suite now.
So?
You can stay away from everybody. Nobody will bother you. You don't have to get up to go to the bathroom.
That happens at home.
Well, I know. But something about being at the game. It's cool.
What?
Football games are very cool. There's a lot of action.
Well, a lot of action, but it's well, first of all, if I'm in a suite, I'm a pretty good ways from the field, yes?
Yes.
All right. I get a lot better view on the TV set at home, yes?
You get the same view because you have TV in the suite.
Okay. What does it cost me to watch TV at home?
Nothing.
What do drinks cost me at home?
Nothing.
Do I have to wait in line to go pee at home?
No.
Okay. So far the magic is what?
It's just being there. It's hearing the crowd. We get to go upstairs. It's just
my
fun.
TV has sound.
I know. All right.
I'm with Russ on this one.
Are you?
Absolutely. I mean, I've been to a few games.
The same thing should then stand for hockey games. You don't like those either?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I can watch hockey. I can watch football if the Cowboys are playing, and I'm getting more into it now just because they're on a streak, and it's not just one of those get your ass beat every week and you feel sorry that they've got on Cowboy uniforms.
Yes.
I watched a little bit of it this last week. Going to a game, I don't see any value in it. Obviously, I'm in the minority because that stadium's packed every weekend.
Yeah, it's huge. Parties and just fun. It's just fun activity.
Well, what goes on in the suite? How big is the suite? What does it look like? Because most people will never get into one. How are we doing on spots, Eddie? Okay, go ahead.
2 rows of seats right up by the real comfy kind of maybe like theater seats.
Okay.
Right up by the front window.
All right.
And there's like 4 or 5, maybe 6 round bar stool type tables with 4 chairs each.
Okay.
And there's a kitchen and there's a bathroom.
So far, my house is better than that.
I know that. Your
okay.
house is a lot better than that, but it's just part of the experience of going. It's like hockey games are a blast. I like to watch them on TV, but it's so much more fun to be in the crowd.
Why?
It just is. You're being a part of the group. It's just the noise is a whole lot different.
Okay.
People are cheering.
All right.
It was exciting. I enjoyed it. Well, I'm sorry. You don't like to get out and do anything, though.
I enjoy a lot of stuff. I like rolling houses last night.
Okay. Well, that's true. You did get out of the house for that.
That's actually, see, if I'm involved, I'm okay with it.
Okay. You're just not a spectator.
No.
Okay.
That's a participatory sport.
Yeah. Rolling houses, you're actually involved in. The magic, the mystique, the camaraderie.
Yeah.
Travel.
Yes. Has all the makings of an interesting evening. Sitting around watching a bunch of guys beat the hell out of each other on a field while you got to pay $8 for a drink. Don't give me Hardy.
I understand. Well, you don't pay anything and you don't have to stand in line for the bathroom. But other than that, you're right. You do have to go and drive and walk. And
traffic?
There is traffic.
Thank you. Hi, Brian.
Hey, Laura Miller's got a Dallas police security detail that surrounds her house at all times.
Oh, she does?
Yes, sir.
Dallas cops?
Oh, yeah.
I think we're covered.
Okay.
Thank you.
Be careful.
Yes.
We're not worried about the cops.
Mm-mm.
We're just worried about getting shot.
Yes.
And last night, the guy with the flashlight, we didn't know if he had a gun or not.
We did not.
All right, I'll see if I can pull up the video and you can watch it during the break. Do you have it on your computer, Eddie?
Yes.
Okay. We'll go run to Eddie's office and watch it.
Cool.
It's funnier than hell. All right. Did you start news?
Yeah, we did. Just started off the Cubby story. That's all we did.
But we got a break? All right, we'll break and come back and start again.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show. Russ Martin Show. The 2003 Russ Martin Show Police, Fire, and Military Parade posters and DVDs are on sale now at russmartin.com.
You know, actually, I was wrong after looking at the video again. A couple of the first 2 rolls went a pretty good distance.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's that last one.
What's the security guard?
Almost hit him.
Oh, you can see the trail of the roll of toilet paper come down directly in the stream of his flashlight.
It really does look like something out of Scooby-Doo.
As it does.
We couldn't have shot that better for a movie. We had a stage that, see, there again, we could have used that in a movie. It'll look fine. Excuse me, I gotta clear my throat.
Didn't turn the mic on.
Oh, what am I so loud? Could have used that in a movie. It'd have been fine.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't take, and how long, and that's a pretty long scene.
Yeah.
2 minutes?
Almost
Normally
2 minutes.
it would have taken a movie crew days to shoot that.
At least.
2 minutes of video, took us 2 minutes to shoot it.
And the crowning jewel was that last roll of toilet paper. I mean, that you could have shot that 100 times and never had it land
like
so
that.
perfectly.
Yeah. We got to stop putting this on the internet for free and start selling it.
Okay.
Oh, what's the deal with the LeBaire video? You edit that up yet?
No, early next week is the earliest I can get in.
Okay. Nobody really cares now. It's on the downside of the event.
I'm sorry. unless we own editing equipment, I have to go by other people's schedules.
Okay. What would good editing equipment cost?
I think you could probably get it with a computer software system right now if it was just dedicated to the video, because it just takes up a lot of space.
Right. Oh, we can get plenty of hard drive space. Is that it? Is that what eats it up the most?
That and it. Yeah.
Hard drive and RAM memory.
Okay. Oh, that's cheap now, isn't it?
It's relatively cheap, yes.
I think the second computer Matt just built for me has got like 80 gig hard drive.
Jeez.
Is that right?
I think it's more than that.
Anyway, it's big.
You'd have to have one that's just dedicated to that.
We could probably do that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because the equipment we used to have at the TV station, it was $250,000 or more.
Right.
That's a program now.
We may look into that. Because obviously we're getting heavy into video production.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
for a radio show. Well, I think like last night, you can't just hear, you have to see it.
Yeah, that's the only downside about playing the audio. How was the audio in the truck as we're driving off?
Very good.
Okay.
You guys screaming at me, beating on the window. Eddie screaming in my ear.
I got it.
Leave him.
Excuse me. I'll take this. We'll start news. Hi, Sean.
Hey, I had a question for Everett.
Go ahead.
Okay, if I'm out, my wife and I, we're at the movies, and we just happen to smell like marijuana, but we don't have any on our possession, what can the cops do to you?
Well, a couple of things. Potentially, you could be arrested for public intoxication. Secondly, that might give rise to probable cause to initiate a search, which, if you did have weed, that would be a problem for you. If you don't have it, you're in the clear. But nevertheless, even if you don't have anything with you, you can still get arrested for public intox.
Okay, and I had another question real fast.
Well, why do you ask about the pot thing?
Well, my wife, she always gets paranoid.
Oh, okay.
We go out, and we smell like weed at the movie.
Why do you smell like weed?
Because we're high.
Okay, my mistake. Do what?
Get a vaporizer.
Yeah. Does vaporize it? Today I can't talk for some reason. Does heating it up make it not stink?
From what I understand, it's not nearly as strong.
Is that why you don't reek?
Yeah.
Because I'm not stoned.
Okay. Go. What's the other question, Sean?
Okay. When you're I've never been arrested, but every time I'm looking at cops and it says you have the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be used in your court of law. If you say something like monkey fart, monkey fart, monkey fart, will they read that in court? Well, he said monkey fart, monkey fart, monkey fart.
Well,
just tell him it's okay to do it.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
Okay.
We encourage that.
All righty, thanks.
All right. Don't answer questions like that.
Yeah, I know. It's not worthy of one.
Thank you. All right, you ready to start news? Sure. Okay. What did you say the other thing on this audio was?
Oh, that's a daddy. We talked about this the other day. The daddy cry in the NFL. They're suing the NFL.
Oh, yeah.
Family coming home from a pumpkin hunt. Guy coming home from a football game. He's drunk. He's had like 15 beers or whatever. He hits the family, paralyzes the daughter.
Do you know the story?
No. Well, now I do.
Well, now they're going to sue the NFL. Okay. They're not suing the guy that did it.
Of course not.
He's in jail already.
Yeah. They're going to sue the Giants.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yes, New York.
And the NFL. Because this guy's watching a football game and he was overserved.
As well as the beer company, as well as the distribution company.
Of course. All the deep pockets.
Mm-hmm.
What I like about this audio is the kid. The mom, let me see if I remember. The mom's sitting the left-hand side of the screen. Kid's right in the middle in her little wheelchair. And it's pathetic. It's sad. And the guy's on the right. Mm-hmm. And I guess they have her there just to, tug at the heartstrings. But you don't sit there and cry in front of your kid.
No.
That does absolutely no good. You're the pillar of strength in the family. Good God, man. Have a spine. And she starts laughing at him.
Really?
Yeah.
The kid.
My wife and I have tried for 12 years to have a beautiful baby like this.
And then you mess it up. That's really what he's saying.
Yeah.
Tried for 12 years to have a beautiful baby. Now look what we got.
Damn.
That's what he's saying. Right. We go to all the time and trouble to have a nice kid, and you got to turn it into this.
It's worth millions.
Yeah. Girl goes for the nice people, sweetie.
My wife and I have tried for 12 years to have a beautiful baby like this. And we're a certain age, and when we're in our grave, we want to make sure that she's taken care of and that this doesn't happen to other families.
Dad, are you crying?
And we don't, yes, I'm crying, Antonio. And that somebody's bottom line.
And at that point, it really kind of undoes everything, or undoes, is that the word?
Sure.
It removes any effect that he was looking for. Right. Because his kid, that's supposed to be so pathetic, laughing at her dad.
Well, I'm an accountant, and the Giant Stadium, they were my client 25 years ago. And I looked at the revenue statement. I know how much they appreciated alcohol sales.
So because this guy has too much to drink, right, all of a sudden it's the NFL's fault.
NFL's fault. Well, as Everett said, you go for where the money is.
Sure.
The guy in jail's got nothing.
Yeah, they're responsible for every person that leaves the stadium, all 50,000 of them.
Well, it's like I said when this came up. Why stop there? Why not sue, obviously, you know, the next people to go to is the car maker. Couldn't have done it without a car. Couldn't have done it naked. Sue Levi's.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you could just go all the way down the line. All of these things had to happen. The people that made the cups, the beer was served in, couldn't have drank it without that.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Well, the problem is causation. I mean, the law cuts off causation at a certain point.
Well, how do you decide? What's the trickle-down effect? Where do they cut it off?
To be honest, I'm not that up on civil law, so I'm not really sure exactly what point. You know, because there have been, like the Dram Shop Acts, for example.
What is that?
Well, that imputed liability to club owners for people that...
Like if a bartender overserves.
Right.
Okay.
But that, you know, there was a time when that was not considered actionable, and then it was, and you know what I mean? So
Is it still? Because you don't hear about that much anymore.
I don't know if that is even good law at this point.
Really?
I'm not sure, because again, I don't practice in that area. But the point is, it's something that changes over time, mm-hmm, and can be different from state to state.
My wife and I have tried for 12 years to have a beautiful baby like this. And we're a certain age, and when we're in our grave, we want to make sure that she's taken care of and that this doesn't happen to other families.
Dad, are you crying?
And we don't, yes, I'm crying, Antonio. And that somebody's bottom line.
Smack. Yeah. Could you turn the camera off for a minute? For a half second.
Sure, I will.
Hi, James.
Hey.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to disagree with you, man. You know, it's funny, it's audio, but at the same time, you know, somebody paralyzed this guy's kid.
Right. The guy that got drunk, who made the choice to drink and drive. He made two choices on his own. Nobody forced him to do either one. He's the guy that's responsible for this. Nobody else.
How many bars have been shut down, sued, and whatever for over-serving people?
I don't know how. Well, hey, don't throw out a question and not have an answer.
All right, okay.
How many?
In Texas?
Yeah.
Quite a few.
How many?
Well, you know what?
You don't. The answer to that question is you don't know. Just say I don't know. And I shouldn't have brought that up in the argument. I'm an idiot, and kill yourself. I consider that a favor. Thank you.
Yes.
That is the absolute wrong thing to throw out, at least with me in an argument. Well, how many times has this happened? I don't know. And you better, or we're done talking. The guy decided to go to the game. The guy decided to drink. The guy decided to drive afterwards. He made all these choices. When he went to the game, they didn't drag him in. They didn't force that crap down his throat, and they didn't force him into the car.
And the NFL also cuts off beer sales in the fourth quarter.
Well, there you go. I mean,
and they also have other rules. I don't think you can get more than 2 beers at a time.
2 beers at a time.
Well, the bottom line, of course, is that the guy that really is responsible is in jail, and I'm sure has no cash, so they're not going to sue him.
If everybody else was responsible, they'd be locked up too.
Sure. But you can't lock up the NFL.
No,
but they
handle that on their own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One at a time.
I just don't. I don't get the logic of going after the NFL. Take the money factor out, and when you do, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, and it's a terrible precedent because it's just going to open the floodgates of litigation for similar types of suits if that does go through.
And they'll just stop selling beer. I mean, if the litigation, if everybody starts suing and it looks like it's going to cost a lot of money, obviously, then they'll just eliminate beer. There are some rock concerts, they won't serve alcohol.
Yeah.
Yep. There was one AC/DC concert back in the 90s. 94, 95, something like that. They didn't serve alcohol. Pissed the crowd off.
Mm-hmm. I would imagine.
So there was no way for them to get high at that concert.
Yes. No way.
It's very disturbing.
I bet.
I wonder how they decide which concert they can do that at.
I have no idea. I suspect it's a matter of insurance for whatever reason. You know, certain bands attract a certain demographic.
Yes.
Well, I'll tell you, when I went to Pantera, they were selling beer, and I was scared. The first time in my life I've been at a concert, really seriously frightened.
What were you doing backstage? Because isn't that where you called me from?
Yeah. I told you never both. I wanted you guys to know where my body would be.
He was in a closet when he called me.
I was. I'd never seen anything like that in my entire life.
And how many times did I warn you? You went, I'm going to see Pantera. I went, that's not a concert you want to go to. I like Vinny. I like the band. I like their music. You don't want to go to that concert.
See, I've hung out with Vinny. I've been to his house. I thought,
you ain't been to a Pantera concert. You haven't been with Vinny's fans.
Mm-mm. There are rooms back there that are dark, and people walk around in the dark, and you have no idea. They called it the family room. I have no idea what was going on back there.
You were narrating periodically.
Man, I was frightened.
And JD said, hey, I was music director at the Eagle back in the 80s. I went to a bunch of rock concerts. I went, you ain't been to a Pantera concert.
Mm-mm.
How long did you stay?
I was with a group of people. They stayed, and they didn't stay till the end, but they stayed about an hour, which was an hour too long.
And I forget, how'd you get backstage?
I was with Vinny and his people. Gave Randy from the Big Apple backstage access.
All right, so you guys are running around there, people peeing on each other and stuff like that?
Whizzing on the walls, running around, no shirts, just slamming into each other. The backstage area, there's couches, people just sitting there talking to themselves, carrying on complete conversations with themselves. That room that was dark that I didn't go in had a security guard out front. It was just, and they'd just be
What do they play again? We should go.
You go.
We'll wear a football outfit.
I think they're broken up.
When did they break up?
Fairly recently. But yeah.
I mean, like in the last week?
No. Maybe I'm mistaken about that, but I
heard there was a problem, but I didn't know they were broken up.
Because I saw Vinny at the Kiss Aerosmith concert, Vinny Paul. Mm-hmm. Was he do drums?
Drums.
Yes.
Yeah. He was sitting off in the corner by himself, not really talking to anybody, and I walked up and went, hey, Vinny. Hey, Russ. What's going on? That was the extent of our conversation. Well, enjoy the concert. Don't want to bother you. Got it. That was it. Maybe he was relaxing.
Could be. Our buddy Luddy would probably know. He hangs out with him.
Oh, that's right. Go ahead, Guy.
Yeah, I have a question for Everett.
Go ahead.
Can the stadium be sued for negligent entrustment for allowing that vendor to sell that many beers to the guy that paralyzed that little girl?
It's a good question, but my initial best guess is no. Typically, negligent entrustment causes of action are reserved for situation in which a parent owns a car and maybe lets their teenage daughter drive it who's had several accidents and a number.
All right, somebody who they allow you access to something you shouldn't be allowed to.
Right, and they knew or should have known that they shouldn't have given that person access to whatever it is.
Yeah, you don't know this guy's history, the guy that's being served beer. You don't know anything about him except he's got cash.
Yeah.
Okay. It's my understanding, though, that they served the guy, he bought 6 beers at one time before they quit the sales.
Well, what the story I heard that he went to different vendors to do that.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that.
Yeah, so the same person didn't hand him 6 beers at once. That's how they said he got around it.
Okay. All right, thanks.
Thanks. And I mean, I wouldn't say if it happened to me that I wouldn't want to go after everybody as well.
It's your daughter.
But when you just break it down, God dang. Excuse me.
Okay.
I'm dizzy now.
I know. It's so bad for your vocal cords.
Oh, I can't help it. It's either that or listen to me rasp. What was I talking about? When you break it all down, the guy that did it's responsible. Sure. At a certain point, I know when I'm getting drunk, and you stop.
Yeah, you're assuming the risk at some point.
And you're probably going to have drinks ahead of time.
You could have
handed the keys to somebody else. You could have taken a cab. You could have done a bunch of other stuff. And you go, well, it costs too much. Well, what's being locked up going to cost you?
You don't know. He could have had a cooler in the car. He could have knocked back 2 or 3 more that the NFL had nothing to do with.
Right.
I know I always do.
Oh, you do?
I'm kidding. No. Sometimes I have a cooler.
Is there anything in your truck right now?
No.
How about if we go look? Eddie, go check his truck.
Eddie, don't check my truck. Why don't you leave me alone?
What's in your truck?
Nothing's in my truck. Toilet paper rolls is in the back of my truck.
What else is in there?
That's all.
We're not going to find anything else.
Let me think. No.
Eddie truck.
Eddie, don't go in my truck. Why don't you leave me alone?
I am.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
You're having Eddie go through my truck.
Why don't you do news and stop being a whiny bitch?
I'm not being a whiny bitch. Let's go through your car.
And something's about, go ahead and go through it. You want the keys?
No, I don't want the keys.
No, here, take it.
I don't want to.
Go look right now.
I don't want to.
Get the keys.
I don't want to.
Go on.
I don't want to. I don't want to.
Go.
No.
It's right out front.
Okay.
It's a 2004 Impala.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, the one you were tearing up last night. That's right. I forgot you got a loaner. Never mind.
While my car's being serviced, they brought me an Impala.
Oh.
You know that backward skidding turn that Rockford does?
Yes. Shushies.
Somebody was doing that in an Impala last night. First of all, he tears out of this parking lot here at the radio station. I'm like, what is his hurry? Oh, he's not in a hurry. He's tearing up their car.
He's in a loaner.
It's an Impala Super Sport. It's a quick little ride.
Yes, it is.
Enjoying it, are you?
It's hard to do the reverse 180s with a front-wheel drive, but I think I got it down.
Got it figured out?
It took me a while. It's going to take them a while to figure out why their front tires are bald in one spot. As the front of the car slings around the concrete.
Yes.
It looks dandy.
All right, you ready to start news?
Sure.
Here we go. All right, 418, J.D. Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. Brought to us by Miller Lite and Expedia.com.
This hour of the Russ Martin Show is brought to you in part by Miller Lite. Expedia.com, making it easy to find the trip you're looking for. Expedia.com. Don't just travel, travel right.
Wednesday, October 15th, 2003. Sarah Fergie's 44 today. Richard Carpenter of the Carpenters, 57. Penny Marshall turns 61. Let's see, Linda Lavin is 66. And Lee Iacocca is 79. Microsoft Corporation warned consumers today about 4 critical new flaws in its popular Windows software as the company shifted to monthly alerts for serious problems that could let hackers break into your computer. The company said it did not believe hackers were yet exploiting any of the problems it has announced. But you go to Microsoft.com for the fix. Doctors removed the feeding tube today that was keeping alive a severely brain-damaged woman at the center of an epic 6-year legal battle between her husband and her parents. Terry Schiavo is her name. She's 39. Attorneys representing her husband, Michael Schiavo, said it will take about a week to 10 days for her to die. Schiavo has been in a vegetative state since 1990 when her heart stopped because the doctors said what might have been a chemical imbalance. Her parents believe she's capable of learning how to eat and drink on her own.
Well, we're going to find out.
He does not. Yes, Michael Schiavo says his wife would not have wanted to be kept alive artificially this way, but the in-laws contend that she wants to live. She left no living will or any other written instructions.
So we have to take his word for it. She doesn't want to live.
Pretty much. Or theirs that she does. But it's the
have you seen her pictures?
Yes.
Her older pictures?
Oh, no, I haven't seen the older ones.
Like before the accident.
I didn't.
Really pretty girl. And it's just really sad to look at the video that they took a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Where she...
Yes. Well, they've removed the feeding tube now.
It's just hard to look at.
It is.
I want her on my Deadpool list.
You heartless bastard.
She's worth 70 points, isn't she?
39.
Yeah. She's 39, 61 points.
With you?
I gotta have that. That'll push me over the top. And if they just yank their feeding tube out.
Yeah.
What a yucky way to kill somebody. Is that supposed to be humane? We're gonna pull the feeding tube out so she, starves?
I guess. Starves to death.
Because that's what it's gonna be. Yeah. It's not like when you put somebody to sleep, you flood their body with whatever and then
they just go to sleep.
What they do to Cindy Coyle. I think was it morphine? Morphine. Yeah. And then she just kind of passed. It's going to take weeks for her to die. And I'm sure she's going to suffer.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I'm sure they'll offer her food, though.
Well, she's in a coma.
No, she's not.
Vegetative state.
Well, that's not a coma. She can actually see, and it looks like she's smiling. But I don't think offering her food's going to cover it, Everett.
Bring her some soup. See if she's hungry.
Set it in front of her.
Yeah.
You're a sick man.
Why would they pick that way?
I don't know.
To well, I don't have the right word. Why would they pick that way to kill her? Because that's what they're doing.
Mm. Well, because there are a number of fine legal distinctions. The main one of which is that if you cease feeding them, that's a big difference from actually killing them, because you're not, so the logic goes anyway,
right.
You're not taking any sort of proactive measure to end their life.
But they can't feed themselves, and without that tube, they're going to die.
That's where the suit comes in.
Well, yeah, that's like,
so every day you put soup in front of them?
Then you're covered.
All right. What?
You're giving them no oxygen, but putting the oxygen bottle in the room.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's right over there.
If you need it, you know where it is. Call us. I just don't get, all right, so now they stop feeding her. Do they just put her in a room and watch her with her?
I don't know.
Just that part, it's really is sad. I do wonder on my Deadpool list. I'm not turning that one loose. Hey, Eddie got the Egyptian twins.
They're going to live.
Well,
that's his tough luck.
Yeah. We didn't know at the time that things were going to take a turn for the worse.
The better.
Huh?
The better.
He didn't get no points.
That's good. See, little girls live. Doctors have testified that the noises and facial expressions she makes are just reflexes and do not indicate she has enough mental capabilities to communicate.
Well, and there are other people that said it looks like she could be rehabilitated.
Well, but
and you know what? If the husband doesn't want her and the parents do, why can't the husband give her to the parents?
It's a good question.
And if you didn't put it down in writing, who do you believe? The husband that says she didn't want to live in this state, or the parents that said yes, she did?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't know the legal wrangling that has gone on to this point, but apparently it's all been exhausted on the part of the parents, and he has custody, and that would seem to be the end of it in that state.
Seems like there'd be a way she could blink just to communicate. Do you want to, do you want some soup?
Yeah.
Would you like something to chew on? Do you want to live? Did you make a doo-doo? And if she's in a vegetated state, she got to go to the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Well, she's got to have, the sense to go potty.
No, I'm sure they use catheters and bedpans.
Mm-hmm.
How'd they get your big stuff out?
Well, they just...
How do they really get it out?
I guess they use a bedpan. I don't know.
Because you got to push. It just don't come out. Unless it comes out when it fills up.
Maybe it fills up when you're vegetated.
Oh.
You get what I'm saying?
Can we stop this? Yeah.
So you don't actually push it out. It just comes out as you eat more.
I understand.
Yeah. Kind of like those old Play-Doh things.
Machines. All right.
Yeah. Hey, they could put little stars on her butt and make a little...
What is the matter with you?
Well, that would be fun.
It's not fun.
It's a reason to have her around.
No,
all little different shapes. Feed her different food and see what comes out, how it looks with little stars.
No, this is not a game. It's life.
You can even give her stuff with food dye in it so the stuff would come out in different colors.
Yeah.
God. I just give up. Can we move on? Almighty.
Whew. All right. I don't understand line one. You're going to have to just tell me.
A number of calls that come in. Apparently, the husband has a girlfriend.
Oh, yeah. He has a girlfriend and, I believe, a kid.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah. What about it?
Yeah, get a divorce. It's a big deal. You can divorce someone in a vegetative state, can't you?
Well, it's not really the issue. Just the fact that he says she doesn't want to live, and the parent says, Well,
of course he's going to have, after 6 years, have some form of...
Well, then you give her away to the parents.
I agree with that.
If it was just the fact that he had a kid, here's why it doesn't really come into play. You don't care about the kid and the girlfriend is, if he really didn't want her, then he just hands them off to the family, and he's free and clear of it.
Right.
Obviously, if he's really trying to whack her, then she told him something at one point, if I get into one of these situations, let me go.
Yeah. I would certainly want to be let go at that point.
Would you really?
Absolutely.
Then we'll keep you around.
No, you won't.
Soup?
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's my worst nightmare. Have a stroke and be around you guys.
And you can't communicate, you can't say anything, and you're absolutely at our disposal.
Somebody, I'd pay someone to kill me.
Please hurry.
It's like that paralyzing drug we were talking about this week or last week, to where it's like that chick went in for surgery and they put her out. She was paralyzed, but she wasn't out, so she was awake throughout the whole surgery.
Right.
Just talking about that wigged me out. That's what we want to happen to you.
No.
Yeah. So you can't communicate, you can't do anything.
You're out of your mind.
You can't blink.
That would be
we'll have
so
to spit
cool.
in your eyes to keep them moist.
No, I'll pay Eddie to kill me.
No.
I'm putting it in my will.
I think his eyes are getting a little dry.
Looks like he's getting the jaundice.
Jesus.
He's crying yellow tears.
You weed on me.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're not well.
Go ahead.
Kobe Bryant's lawyers argued in court papers that tests on his accuser's underpants revealed compelling evidence the NBA superstar is innocent of rape and accused prosecutors of ignoring it. The defense said the tests found substances later described by the lead investigator as semen from another man other than the Los Angeles Laker guard. The lawyers argue that injuries to the woman may have been caused by previous sexual partners.
All right, here's what Eddie says is in your truck right now. You tell me any of these things that are wrong. A love note from Joy.
Yes.
A 3/4 empty raspberry vodka bottle.
Damn. He did get in.
Some empty food wrappers and a doobie roach.
No, I don't have a doobie roach. No, there's no doobie roach in my car.
Did he get the rest of them right?
Yes, he did.
Then obviously the doobie roach must be in there.
He added it to there. No doobie roach. I don't do dope.
You know, you can go to jail just as long for a roach as you can for 2 ounces of marijuana. You really need to be careful. I mean,
how big's a roach? You talking about the little bitty burn-off thing?
Yeah, like the end of a burned end of a cigarette.
Yeah.
That any usable quantity.
I don't have anything.
According to Eddie, you got a doobie roach in there.
Bring the dogs. Bring in the dogs.
Where's your roach clip?
I don't have any roaches. I don't do dope.
Don't you have one of those feathers hanging from your rearview mirror?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
We don't know. We figured you would, don't we?
I don't know what it is.
All right.
And I'm not a doper.
All right, Woody.
I'm not. Quit it. There's a charity on eBay that's auctioning off lunch with various celebrities, including Faith Hill, Amy Grant, and Emmylou Harris, as well as some others. You can go out with Faith Hill for only $3,150. That was the bidding last night. Emmylou Harris will get you for
wait a minute, go back. Who and how much?
Faith Hill won $3,150. At the current bidding, it's going to go on for another week.
Well, how does this work? You bid, and then you go to them, they come to you?
That I don't know.
Who's doing the auction?
eBay.
Dan, pull it up, would you? Thank you. Okay, so you go there and you auction, and if you're the high bidder, then what's the date?
It's just a lunch date. You go out and sit for an hour, I guess, and have lunch with them.
I'd pay for Faith Hill. Who else is on there?
To some of the other ones, Amy Grant's on there, Emmylou Harris. I'll get a whole list for you. These are the only ones that are in this story. Amy Grant's only $531.
Well, but when does the bidding end? We all know that's going to go
about
up.
A week.
Yeah, the last day is when it jumps up, right?
Sure.
Trying to think what that would be worth. But Faith Hill's got kids and a husband. It's not like anything's going to happen.
No. So does Amy Grant. So does Emmylou Harris.
Well, there might be somebody else on that list I'd want to bid on.
Okay. I'll get you the whole list.
Of course, the last time I bid on eBay, I ended up with a car.
Yes.
Still not sure how that happened.
As you bid.
Well, I didn't win. It was 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. It was April of 2 years ago. We had the voice of Speed Racer on. He talks about his car, and I went and looked at the website. I went, well, that's cool. I'll bid on it. And then some other guy won, decided he didn't want it because he wanted to use it with his business, and they said, you can't.
Right.
Then they called me, and they said, you still want it. And it's like, well, I don't know. Why did I get it?
Because you wanted it. At the time, you didn't have the Batmobiles.
You were more excited about that at the time than anything I've ever seen you get excited about.
Not the first Batmobile.
Well,
the first Batmobile, when we knew that Mark had actually entered the state of Texas and he's coming this way, and I knew it was going to be 6 or 7 hours, I got drunk and passed out just so I knew I'd wake up and it would be closer to the house. Mm-hmm. When we went to pick it up right there by my house, I was still toasted.
Were you?
I was still coming out of a coma.
Well, I said at the time.
At the time.
Yeah, you're right.
I remember.
No, the whole Speed Racer story, there was a holdup over and over again, wasn't it?
One thing after another. The title, remember, got sent.
They
sent to my office. It
sent the title and that got lost.
Oh, and then it showed up on the internet under FedEx's tracking system as having been delivered to some Nigerian woman in my building. The
title, not the car.
I understand.
Yeah. It was, and then
the car got wrecked. First thing off the trailer.
It was just a series.
I swear to God, until I actually saw the car cracked, I thought it was a hose because JD's driving me out there. I call him. I'm screaming, it's here. We're going to drive out to Mesquite, Dependable Auto Shippers. We get out there, or right before I get there, I get a phone call, and it's one of the guys from the shipping company. He goes, there's a slight problem with the car. We'd like to talk to you about it when you get here. And I thought, well, escrow didn't transfer or whatever those terms are. I thought something didn't happen. Either paperwork wasn't signed, whatever. We get there. The owner comes out. Well, there's a slight problem with the car. Yeah, whatever. Well, we were backing it off the car and accidentally backed it into a Cobra. Well, of course, this place is probably rampant of all different kinds of snakes. Where's my car?
I could tell by the look on his face, he was either a great actor or sick to his stomach to talk to you.
Well, because Everett wasn't there, and I knew this, all right, here's the setup.
Yeah.
I'll go along, and we'll just see what happens.
We did.
So they walked me back there, and sure enough, they had backed it into a Cobra. And the gimpy guy that did it, well, as he's holding up his gimp hand.
I'm thinking.
Yeah, you really need the visual for this.
Yeah. It got away from me.
I think he's kidding. He's not. And there's this long pause. Oh, we lost it. It's just that way.
I don't know why they hit Eddie so hard. I don't know why that's so funny to him, but we'll just let him laugh it off. I think he's on the downside.
Okay. And there's this long pause. And the guy turns around and points at the Cobra. He goes, "Wait, the Cobra got the worst end of it." And I could just feel the heat radiating off Russ.
As he's standing there with his gimp arm in the air, and he's pointing over at the Cobra, and then looks back at mine and goes, "I just got away from me." And JD had the best line of the day. We go through all of this, and let me go back and point is, they made everything right. That's how I met Sal at Townie's Collision is, they called down there and they went, "We have this wrecked Mach 5. He goes, "I don't want it."
I know as it is. Yeah. I don't want no part of it.
Yeah. Well, we wrecked it. He goes, "Don't bring that car anywhere near me." They talked him into taking it, and then he fixed it. It was great, and now he does all my paint work. So we're walking out, and they said, "What do you want to do with the car?" I went, "Fix it." Well, I went, "Just fix it."
Walking away, and the guy's following us now. Well, Mr. Martin, we need to fix it.
And very seldom will I get ugly with somebody off the air. That's one of the few times.
You had every right to be very angry.
Sure. So we're walking out.
He's already started.
Yeah. There's nothing else funny coming in. This is just a really good line. We're walking out. They're answering the phones, as they do in the business.
Of course.
Hello, dependable auto shippers. JD goes, "You might want to change that to semi-dependable."
Let's change the sign up front.
But they fixed everything, and everything was handled. Let's see if it works again. Ready?
Yeah.
"You just got away from me." No, it didn't work that time. How do we get off on that?
We're still in news. I don't know. What are we talking about?
We're talking about
Batmobile. eBay.
Yes. Bidding on things.
Oh, yeah. Last time I got a car. Do you have the list, Dan?
Yeah, I got it in front of me.
Don't grab me. Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
What do you want to know about?
Who's on the list?
Actually, Faith Hill is now up to $7,600.
Okay.
I saw Elvira is on here, the lady that played Elvira.
How much is she?
I think she was like $500 or $600.
I saw her in town about 3 or 4 years ago. Chloe and I were running around hitting haunted houses, and she sat there at one of them at a table by herself. Oh. Nobody's around, signing autographs, and there ain't nobody in line.
Oh, sad.
Really?
Yeah. She was talking about her career. Just got a break from me.
Actually, I think it really has gotten away from her because I was wrong. She's only at $100 right now.
And does it say on there how this goes? You bid the money, and then if you win, what happens?
Let me look.
All right. Because obviously somebody's got to fly someplace, and if I'm going to pay $7,000, $8,000 for a date, I ain't flying nowhere unless that's included in the thing. And I got a feeling it ain't. Mm-hmm. Well, what does it say? What are the rules of the bidding?
I have to click on something else for the rules.
Oh, okay. Who else is on the list?
It's actually random people. Sam Donaldson from ABC.
Well, just read them all. I'll tell you when I'm bored.
Okay. Ed Begley Jr. from St. Elsewhere.
Okay.
CBS CEO Leslie Moonves.
Wow.
Apparently a local meteorologist.
Here or there?
It says, I think it's North Carolina.
All
Channel
right.
14.
Go ahead.
Philadelphia councilman. Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback Tommy Maddox.
All right.
Emmylou Harris. Casino couple Steve and Elaine Wynn.
Who the hell is that?
No idea.
All right.
I don't know either.
Steve Wynn owns the Mirage.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Pennsylvania Superior Court judge. A Pittsburgh pastor.
Are you reading the names or are you picking and choosing?
I'm going down this first page here.
Why you read so slow?
Sorry. Former Steeler Mel Blount.
I thought he died.
You're thinking of Mel Blanc.
Mel Blanc.
Yeah. What's he doing playing football? I don't know. Just get away from me. Go ahead.
Lunch with WRAL TV anchor Pam Salisbury.
All right, so we've gotten past all the big names. Now you're down with all the local celebs.
To a certain extent, but they're kind of interspersed because Faith Hill was closer down towards the middle of the list.
I'd pay to have lunch with Alexa. Mm-hmm. Good look at her up close. Did you guys see her at that Greek festival? No? I
didn't end up going.
Wonder what she looks like in person. She looks like she could be kind of hippie.
Yeah.
Cause it looks like she's got big cans but a small waist, and normally you gotta have big hips to balance that out.
People would pay for lunch with you?
I doubt it.
Yes, they would.
Oh, we talked about that whole date thing a couple of weeks ago. That's not gonna happen.
Okay.
And if it was, it would be a bunch of big, fat, ugly chicks, and I ain't hip to that.
I told you, we could monitor who wins.
We could even fix it.
Yeah, I'm all right with that.
Yeah. And raise money for
They have to put go to Hootie Hoot, and they have to put a picture up.
We'd have to put together some kind of fantasy date.
Yeah.
You know, like a limo and going someplace and whatever.
Concert and dinner.
And if they're hot, I'll bang them.
Mm-hmm.
What a deal. Everybody wins.
Yeah.
If they're hot.
If they're hot, I'm not going to pork them if they're fat.
I know. I won't get back into it.
What? That is not being a prostitute.
It is.
It is not, and it's totally different from what LA's...
Right.
Do we have to break? All right. Hold on a second. Yeah, Chris?
Buddy, I guarantee you if you put your name on that dating list, you would bury Faith Hill's numbers and probably break their website less than a day.
Faith Hill?
Well, whatever her name is.
Well, what I'm saying is, what's the matter with you? First of all, everybody knows who she is. You put me on a North Carolina auction or wherever that damn thing is.
Well,
not even fat chicks would bid.
Well, how many people in Dallas just heard your message? If they had the website, they'd probably get hit pretty hard.
Well, here's the other thing is, thanks, Chris. How embarrassing if we put this up on our auction website and nobody bids.
They will.
That's not going to happen.
And what if it's only $200-300?
It won't be.
Mm-mm. Plus the money goes to charity.
Right. It's for a good cause.
Tax deductible.
And if they're fat and they're not really attractive, I'll let them look at it.
Okay. But that is part of the conditions.
Yeah.
Since it's not on eBay, you can make your own rules.
Yeah. But they can't grab a hold of it. Mm. They can look at it.
Okay. We'll determine.
Yeah.
With a divider. In case they lunge for it.
Yeah. Yeah, the glass between us.
Yeah.
You'll determine right before the day whether you
want. Or maybe you could do one of those, like, glass windows with a hole in it that taunt them. Like at the bank.
Yes. Glass.
What were we going to say?
You can determine right before the date whether you want an escort or not. To go with you. If it's a fat, ugly chick and you just don't want any hassles and, somebody goes along with you, Eddie or me or somebody.
Yeah. Yeah, Tom?
Russ, I got to tell you, Alexa Economos is smoking hot.
Where have you seen her?
I saw her at the Greek festival you were just talking about, and yes, she does have very large tatas, but she's got a butt to go with them.
She got a big butt?
No, perfectly matching her tatas.
Tassos, you go to the same church. Do you know if she married? You ever seen her at church with another guy?
No, not that I know of. From what I understand, she's single.
Man,
why is it she won't even talk to me?
She's afraid of you.
I'm not going to do anything to her. Thanks. Did you say she is? What'd you say, Tom?
She is not married. I must have had €3 to go back and check and make sure that's where she was working.
And was she sweet in person?
Man, she's sweet as she is on TV, brother.
All right, thanks.
She has an image as a journalist.
We don't have to tell anybody we're dating, and I'm not really an ass off the air. In fact, I'm probably more normal than anybody else she would meet. We really got a break? All right. We'll come back and discuss this.
Okay.
Were you finished with news?
I am. There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3 to Talk That Rocks, Texas.
Your newscasts are going way too long.
I'm not doing it.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Did you finish? Yeah. All right. Hi, Gail.
Hi.
What do you got?
Max RX, Dodge, and Tylock.
All right. Your out cue is to attend.
Max RX Male Enhancement promotes length, girth, stamina, and overall sexual vitality. Maximize nature's power with Max RX. Visit max-rx.com or call 1-866-MAX-RX-4U. Individual results may vary. Brought to you by your local Dallas-Fort Worth area Dodge dealers. It's not LASIK, it's Intra-LASIK. Come and discover the Tylock Advantage this Tuesday evening at our free Intra-LASIK seminar at the Tylock Eye Care and Laser Center. Call 972-258-6400 to attend.
Well, we've had slow traffic on Central from around Northwest Highway up to LBJ, and then it eased up a bit. It was stop and go from Walnut Hill, and now an accident just occurred in the High 5 construction on northbound Central at 635. It's blocking the right lane. Downtown on westbound Woodall Rogers at Field, there's a wreck blocking the left lane. South Dallas, eastbound I-20 at Bonneview, there is a truck that lost a load of bricks in the two left lanes. Traffic's backed up to Lancaster Road, and in South Fort Worth, eastbound 20 at West Creek, a big old crane caught fire in the middle of the road. They've got the fire out. It's been out for a long time, but the two center lanes are still blocked, and that's eastbound 20 at West Creek. The backup is to Hewlin. And this also brought to you by the Breeders' Cup World Thoroughbred Championships. Your chance to win big is Saturday, October 25th on the Breeders' Cup World Thoroughbred Championships. Simulcast live at Lone Star Park or your simulcast outlet. Post time is 11:40 a.m. Go, baby, go. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the new on Live 105.3.
On the what?
Texas.
On the new what?
I was doing the country station.
What is the new one?
KHYI. It's not new. That's their new thing.
Okay.
Yeah. I do about 4 of them in the afternoon.
I understand.
And I'm kind of old, so I'm feeble.
Is that going to be a problem?
No.
We can fix that if you want.
No, that's not a problem. It was just me screwing up.
Okay.
I do that.
That's all right.
It's rare.
I didn't say anything.
I know.
If you think you're doing too many traffic reports, maybe we can get them to pull you off the other stations.
No, I'm fine, really.
Right.
That blood they took from my brain.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Gail. 54 for the low tonight, sunny and 82 tomorrow. It's 76 now at Live 105.3 to Talk That Rocks, Texas.
All right. Dan printed me out the rules for this auction. Rules for the lunch with, there's a line in here that you really need to know, because if you miss this, you could get screwed out of whatever you threw in.
Okay.
Lunch with a leader online auction is a Mission Fish nonprofit auction. Terms of sale. All the leaders furnished in the auction have generously donated an hour of their time and a lunch or experience for themselves and the winning bidder. So far, it sounds fun. Background check, the delivery. Yeah, we got to do all this.
Sure.
Because if I do this with some chick, I want to know everything about her.
Absolutely.
Delivery of an experience package is contingent upon, scheduling. Here's the one. Unless otherwise stated in the item description, the redemption period for each experience is 1 year. Participating donors, means the people you're bidding on, may reschedule for any or no reason, including without limitation for illness, injury, emergency, scheduling conflicts, or other obligations or commitments. The winning bidder agrees to adjust their schedule accordingly. The winner is not entitled to a refund if the experience cannot be redeemed within this period.
Oh, so you can just put it off forever.
And don't go.
Don't go.
Substitution. The participating donors may substitute any part of their commitment, including themselves, for any and no reason. Why would you want to bid on this?
Yeah. You didn't read the rules.
doesn't even rise to the level of a contract because the other party isn't giving up anything within their universe of possible rights. I mean, essentially, they could do nothing and still comply with that contract.
Right.
So it's not a contract. In order for it to be a contract, both parties have to give something up.
Like, for instance, O'Malley just emailed me. Somebody Siegfried and Roy were on the list at one point. Bidding ended at $4,050 on the 3rd of October.
Okay.
Whoever put that money in is obviously not going to get Roy.
Unless he's got soup.
Okay.
Let me see. Disclaimer. Yeah, it's not a big deal. But it's like, it was one of the first times that I got a contract. I was working over at the Eagle. And I was happy with it. This was probably mid to late 80s. I never really looked over it a lot. Just looked at the term of the contract, the money, vacation, stuff like that. So I'm looking at it in the bathroom one day. I'm reading through it, and I find the paragraph that says this contract may be terminated with or without cause. And at that point, it negated everything I had in my hand. Because they could pop you for no reason. All I was going to get out of that was 6 weeks' pay if they terminated the contract. It wasn't a year contract. It was a 6-week contract.
Exactly. They tried to do that here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Everett immediately had them pull it out of mine.
Yeah.
Was it still in yours?
No. Because I caught it the same way. I went, that's not a contract.
Oh.
Well, we can write it up where the only way they can fire me is if you die or you take another job.
Did Dan's have that?
I didn't mention it to him.
So Dan's contract had you can be terminated without cause?
With or without cause.
Why is that in there? Why would anybody sign a contract?
Just standard, because
well, at that point, it's useless. Everything goes on the side of the employer.
Most people are
because
like,
if we don't like you, they could fire you for any reason whatsoever because it says with or without cause.
Totally.
A lot of people read stuff without signing it like you did back in the 80s.
Yeah, you're right. I could have, well, I actually did when I saw it. I was going to say I could have asked, but no.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, what the hell would...
It's useless. They're writing it up. They're paying their lawyers to write it. They're going to just, aim it toward themselves.
Sure.
Benefit them.
And they tried it again, and it didn't float the second time. All right, let me set that there. See who else is on this auction list. Dan, call George and see if he can set up some kind of fantasy auction. We'll just put this up, and $200. $250. That's as high as it'll go. Bet?
Absolutely.
No way.
I'm waiting on
and I'm not doing this as a radio bit. I'm just saying...
No. Much higher than that, especially considering the money is going to charity as a donation. And they want to... So many people would pay to go out to lunch with you. You get emails every week.
Sure, $250 is nothing. It'll be $250 this time tomorrow, probably before the show's over. If it goes up within an hour, I bet. If it goes up by 6, I bet it's at $250 by 7. What do you say, Jay?
I'm with Everett.
Well, first of all, you can bid, and it's not verified immediately.
Well, that's true, but there's no way to verify that immediately. But I think we're looking at what's the interest, and I think it'll be high.
All right, let's see who else is on here. There's council people on here. Editor-in-chief of local newspapers, CNN anchor Aaron Brown. Lunch with an Oppenheimer Investments executive. That wouldn't be bad.
No.
Lunch with Rob Vaughn of WFMZ TV Allentown. That's already up to a swinging $100.
Wow.
Lunch with Pittsburgh Episcopal. Say Episcopal what? Lunch with the fire commissioner. Lunch with the state rep. There's nothing on here really any good. I wonder how Faith Hill and the rest of these people got clumped into this. And the way this reads, with all these other people on here, Faith Hill ain't gonna, when's it ever gonna happen?
I bet you would. I bet you will.
$7,600 right now is what Faith Hill is. Elvira still at 100.
Wow.
Lunch with Philadelphia WDAS 105.3 FM's Stanley Henry, where it's a good look at the 70 degrees. State Senator, lunch with Philly CN anchor Arthur Fennell. Now what they put in sausage?
Fennel seed?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. All right, we'll try it.
Going to go up on Hootie Hoot?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what George can put together.
Okay.
Maybe an evening in a limo, concert, dinner, depending on how ugly they are.
Right.
Because if they're hideous, you know what? I got to work this thing into that auction that if I don't want to go, I ain't gotta. That I can reschedule for any reason.
Put in the rules.
I can't.
Well,
not with a fat, ugly chick.
I understand. That's like I said. Maybe they have to submit a picture.
You could limit the date to an hour, like in those auctions, and that way, no matter who it is, it won't be that big of a deal.
It's an hour.
That's with a fat chick.
It's an hour.
You can have a chaperone. George will be there. Go to a nice restaurant and have that be the end of it. Raise money for charity.
Yeah. Nobody says we got to eat at the same table.
Or even the same restaurant.
Yeah.
Stop it. 1 hour.
It's a fat chick.
I'll go with you.
I don't want to watch him eat.
I understand.
I was watching a fat guy 3 forks eat. He was just shoveling it in. It really was ruining my dinner because I couldn't look away. It was just one of those hideous moments. Yes. And he just wolfing it in he grabbed the spoon like he was holding a bicycle handle grip and just mooshing it in. Then his kid comes over and he mooshes it in his kid's face. And the big fat mom is holding the baby there, probably tenderizing it. Here's our daughter. We call her Veal.
No.
It's just disgusting.
Yes. 1 hour. Charity.
Yeah, limit her to one entree.
Oh, yeah, you're going to make some rules. No guys can bid. What?
Yeah.
No.
All right. No.
All right.
Don't.
It's not a romantic deal. It's just somebody that wants to sit and talk with you about radio.
Well, then it's not a fantasy date.
It's a lunch.
No guy's going to pay. What's wrong with you?
No, they will.
Oh, yeah.
The guys, they want to sit and talk with you. I had an email.
They're not going to pay for that.
It might go even higher.
Where's this one? Hang on. My name is, I'll give his name, Cole. I'm a student at UTA. In my reporting class, I'm going to do an in-depth feature on the subject of my choice. I would like to write a feature on you. I've listened over years, and I think your progress in DFW radio has been very interesting. I would like to focus on how you worked your way up in the business and about the Police and Fire Foundation as well. If it would be okay, I would like to come up to the station and see how you guys create such a great show. And if it's okay, sit in on a broadcast. I was hoping to come up and watch the show sometimes during the last week of October. Let me know what you think.
No.
Okay. That was rude. Why no?
I don't want anybody up here sitting around. I don't like guests in the studio.
Well, tell him to sit on the back couch and mind his own business.
I don't want anybody in here watching.
He's a college student.
He can be a college student all he wants. Congratulations to him. I hope things work out well in his future. He's not coming up here. The answer is still no.
I think that's, especially because he has interest in broadcasting. I think you're kind of being narrow-minded.
Yes, you are. I mean, yes, I am. Yes, you're right, and yes, I am.
What if back in those days you'd got to be able to sit in with somebody like Stevens and Pruitt or God Almighty, Ron Chapman? Can you imagine the opportunity
to come in and sit in the studio?
Sit in the studio,
it would be absolutely fantastic, and I would be in awe the entire time.
Right, and be able to write a paper on it. Why wouldn't you get?
And if they said no, I would be devastated, and I would be extremely disappointed.
Right. This could be the next. It could be the next Russ Martin.
No.
That's rude.
It is not.
1 hour.
I don't want anybody up here looking at me.
He won't bother you?
Yes, he will.
How will he bother you?
He's going to want to talk to me.
For an interview? You wouldn't give an interview.
Burp, burp.
Why?
Everything you need to know about me is on the website. All the stories that Brumley wrote about me in the show, it's plenty. In fact, it's too much. Oh, hang on a second. Eddie, are you going to see Brumley soon?
Saturday.
Okay, I got something for you to give to him. Do you know you could order these?
Oh, wow. No, I didn't.
It's did you see this, JD?
No.
It's a TV guide from 1963. It's got Andy Griffith on the cover.
Oh, how cool.
Yeah, you can order those straight from TV Guide. And I actually ordered this for myself, but I know Brumley's a big Andy Griffith fan. And I know I'll get it back soon anyway.
Russ Martin.
What?
What the hell did that mean?
Nothing. What?
You're just on a roll.
I didn't do anything.
Yes, you did.
I did not.
Apologize.
For what?
For what you just said.
I meant I'm going to order another one.
You said I'm going to get it back soon anyway.
Same thing.
No, it's not. Got another email. That's what they want to go to lunch with you, but I ain't going to read it now. God mighty.
Will you give that to him? Okay.
Now, why don't you go by and see him? You've been promising to go by and see him, and you haven't yet.
In case I get busy, I don't want to forget, and I'd like for him to have that.
Well, you as a friend go by and see him like you've promised him 6 or 7 times.
Did you buy him anything?
He didn't want me to come by.
Did you buy him anything?
No.
Well, then shut up. I bought him a gift, and I'm sending it over with Eddie.
Okay.
You might want to mark it.
Yeah, so don't mix up with those other.
Stop it.
You can order a bunch of those, by the way. They have with Batman on the cover, Munsters, a bunch of stuff out of the 60s.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I'll go look. TV Guide website?
Yeah. It's under archives or TV Guide stores. I don't know. Somebody hit me to it, so I ordered a few of those.
Do they have just specialties, or do they have all of them? Yeah, can you pick them?
It's only a few.
Okay.
It's like 10 or 12.
I still have the TV Guides that you and I were in.
We weren't on the cover.
Never. On the cover, but inside. Our pictures from inside.
It's funny, JD, when we were doing the TV show, it was 89.
Yeah.
And it was on Fox 33. It's WB now.
Right.
Anyway, so they're doing a big campaign push, and they're doing radio. They actually went all out on this local production. Mm-hmm. They're advertising on all the radio stations. They're doing TV Guide ads. We're at a stop and go. JD and I stand in line. There's a chick in front of us, and I looked at her. She was buying a TV Guide. I went, if my picture's in that, would you buy all my food here? She goes,
that's a pretty safe bet.
Yeah. She goes, yeah. Bitch didn't buy it.
Oh, you opened it right up. There we go.
Damn funny, though.
Yeah, was to us.
But another email, somebody wants you to go to lunch with her boyfriend. Lives in Mesquite, boyfriend Frankie. He listened to your show until recently this year. And I want to tell you, I'm jealous of your wit. You are so funny. We love to listen to your show. The other night, Frankie and I were having a discussion. If you could pick 4 people to get up lunch with, dead or alive, who would you pick? He said Stephen Hawkins, Albert Einstein.
Who's Stephen Hawkins?
I think she means Stephen Hawking.
Who is that?
He wrote a book called A Brief History of Time that's supposedly high in physics stuff.
Oh, because Stephen Hawkins is a janitor over at one of the old radio stations.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's probably the Hawking guy.
Probably. Okay. All right. So would you say he's a what?
He's an astrophysicist.
Oh.
Einstein type.
Okay.
And these are the 4 then he picked. Stephen, that guy. Albert Einstein. Is it Plato?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, with her, we don't know.
None other than you.
That's with a T.
I asked him why he picked you, and he told me you would be the most awesome person to hang out with. Well, that made me think. It might not hurt to ask. You know, you're probably the busiest person in the world, but would you agree to have lunch with Frankie someday?
No.
If it's no, I will understand.
It's no. I'm glad you understand.
I'll still listen.
Good.
Here's my phone number.
Then there's absolutely no liability I have there.
Right.
I said no, she understands.
Yes, Mandy.
Perfect.
JD, Russ doesn't even talk to us off the air. Why do you think he would want a complete stranger?
My point
When was the last time all of us went to lunch?
Never.
How many times does Siebert, the market general manager, ask me to go to lunch?
All the time.
The new program director here, Gavin Buttjuice, wants me to go someplace. I ain't going no place because I don't go to lunch.
I know that. I'm aware.
Yeah.
So why would I want to go to lunch with a stranger?
Maybe dinner. Drinks. He just wants to talk to you. But my point of bringing that up is people will bid to spend an hour with you.
All right. We'll see then. Go ahead, Spencer.
Russ.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Tell Brumley not to wrinkle up that TV Guide. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Russ. My girlfriend absolutely hates you. It would be worth $200 to me for you to go out on a date with her. Right now she's trying to pressure me into marrying her, and I guarantee you could turn her off to that concept, saving me about $3,000 on a ring.
Why is she? How long you been dating?
2 years now.
2 years?
Yeah.
Living together?
Not yet, no.
No. When did she start pushing it?
Oh, man, probably after year 1.
How old is she?
Already given me the deadline, 25.
She gave you a deadline?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you let that bitch pass. What? Well, how long before the deadline?
This February.
Okay. And she said what? If you don't do this, then I'm gone?
If you don't do this, we've known each other for 2 years now, blah, blah, blah. And if you don't propose by, say, February, we're over. I've got to move on. A woman's beauty is her one asset.
Let it go. Set her free. Yeah, you never, ever give in to a deadline.
I had a buddy that did the same exact thing. It was 18 months. She went, okay, what are we doing? What's the next step? And he went, okay, I guess we're getting married. He's regretting that to this day.
Do I know him?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
It costed me $200 for you to go out on a date with her to turn her off to that concept. Like gold in my pocket. Saves me $2,000, $3,000.
Why would you think she would want to? Why would I turn her off marrying you?
Oh, you just turn off the marriage.
Oh.
She thinks you're absolute fake, and she thinks that all men are like you. And they are.
Yeah, just a lot of guys try and cover it up. I don't care. Because if I stay alone, I'm content with that too. All right, thanks, Spencer. All right, we'll see. Did you talk to George? What did he say?
He basically said whatever you want, he can pretty much put together anywhere from, with the limo, dinner, then a concert, or even one of the sporting events like Cowboys or Mavs or Stars.
Okay. There's got to be something close to my house.
There's very few concerts close to your house. Dinner can be close to your house, but there's nothing up there.
Oh, well. I tried.
Well, the limo can pick you up at your house.
You don't know?
Yes, I do.
We get Loverboy to play at Home Depot?
No, we can't. No, we can't.
Win a date with Russ near his house.
Get Loverboy to stand on that little perch there, 3 forks in the middle where they have the keyboardist.
Yeah. You're right next to the bar.
All right.
All right. Give me the audio from the Mark Cuban stuff. I forgot all about that. All right. How we doing, Eddie? Do we really? All right. I'll play a little bit of this as a tease in case nobody heard it earlier. Am I putting this in wrong? There it goes. Whose house are we rolling next? Or when do we want to? I already know whose house we're going to do next. We won't say that till that one's done.
We could do it...
Do we go tonight?
Friday or early next week. I was going to go to Gillies tonight.
Why?
It's the grand opening. Charlie Daniels Band's there.
Okay.
And I was going to grab the tickets for us for Loverboy.
All right.
So that's why I was going to go. But we can go roll one first, and then I can go later.
Well, we go tomorrow then.
Okay.
You want to go tomorrow, Everett?
What time?
I don't know. Well, when you roll a house, you got to be fluid.
Yeah, I understand. The reason I ask is I have band practice Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Okay.
So can we get done by 8:30?
Probably. It didn't take long to do Cuban's house.
No time at all. We got chased off.
Yeah, I think we were in front of his house a total of 3 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. Then I think
it took longer for us to run from his house than it did to roll it.
Yes.
If we can be done by 8:30, I'm in.
All right. All right. Dave, I got it.
Dang, we got a big one.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
You got this. You're in charge of that.
I got it.
All right.
We rolling? Yeah. Do I need? How low? Oh, we got low light. Okay. And we are rolling.
Would you close the doors so these lights go out?
Oh, I thought he said he wanted that light on.
Oh, we weren't picking anything. Yeah.
Hold on, I'm not. Okay, I don't have y'all yet. You know what? That light needs to be on so we can see you. Stand by. Okay, let me back up.
We really should have stayed in the bed at the truck because I went back and looked at the video in Eddie's office, and I think that was the furthest launch that we got.
Yeah. Oh, I agree.
The last one was pretty good when we hit the security guard.
Yes, you wouldn't hit the security guard without it.
Oh, that was awesome. Awesome. I mean, you can see the toilet paper trailing in front of the flashlight.
The flashlight as he's coming at us. Yeah. And then the camera shakes and the video goes bad and you hear all of us screaming, jumping in the back of the truck. And Tassos kicked me. The hell? Hang on. See that?
Yeah.
He probably just grazed you with a jowl.
It was either him or O'Malley. Which one of you guys kicked me?
I imagine it might have been me because I kind of did one of those somersaults in the back of JD's truck, the way you would over a fence.
And I still don't get why Eddie climbed in the driver's side with JD.
I have no idea.
We're all laying in the bed of the truck, and I expect us to be hauling ass, and it only feels like we're going 7-8 miles an hour. Then the truck stops, and Eddie gets out and then jumps in the back with us.
I have no idea. All I know is I put it in drive, and I look over, and there's Eddie squeezing in the door. Where are you going?
And there's somebody in an SUV, one of those small ones, following us. And I don't know where they came from.
They saw us all jump in the truck, and I think they thought we were up to no good, which we were.
Yeah. All right. We'll come back and we'll play the audio.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
That's a going into break bumper. Give me a coming out of.
Martin Show. On Live 105.3. The talk that rocks Texas.
We're the entertainment tonight of radio.
Yes.
Slick.
Yes.
Heavily produced. All right. Where were we?
Started to play the audio from Mark Cuban deal.
Tomorrow night's the next house?
Yes.
Sure.
You in for tomorrow night?
I'm in. I'll be done by 8:30. I'm in.
We have not announced who that is, right?
No. Good. I don't want to give them the heads up. Because this person might call Siebert and squash the whole deal.
I understand.
Not that I would listen to Siebert. What?
Well, we don't want the police awaiting our arrival.
Or didn't seem to make any difference last night.
No, it didn't. We actually had them monitoring for us.
Yeah, it sounded silly coming out of my mouth.
Yeah. All right. I forget. Did I ask earlier? Is George doing this other thing? Well, don't tell him to just for me to come up with whatever I want. Have him set the thing up. We'll make him in charge of it. Then we'll put it on the auction site. Mm-hmm. You want to lay some cash down on let's not say exactly what we think it's going to go over.
Okay.
Because then people will do that just to be an ass.
Okay.
And then it sounds like a radio shtick bit.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what I think. And don't say anything about it.
Okay.
That's top end.
Okay. I disagree. Go ahead.
I disagree.
All right. Well, you guys write down with your stuff, and then we'll throw some cash down on it later.
Okay.
I might change that depending on what the date is. Like if, George gets some kind of cool concert backstage riding around. Because last time he was the one driving around Aerosmith.
Yeah.
You know where your pen, JD? Sure.
All right. We'll mess with this later. Ready for the audio?
Yes.
Okay. Now, we rolled the right house, right? Because I looked on the tax records, and Cupid's got a few different houses listed under his name. We've been to this house before, but we just assumed it's his house.
Correct.
I mean, this was the one he lives in, the one he was in with Rodman.
Yes.
Okay. Not too far away from you, Everett. Do you know that?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Dan's got a big house.
All right, let's go.
Here we go.
You got this. You're in charge of that.
I got it.
All right.
We rolling? Yeah. Do I need? How low? Oh, we got low light. Okay. And we are rolling.
Could you close the doors so these lights go out?
Oh, I thought he said he wanted that light on.
Oh, we weren't picking anything up.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'm not, okay, I don't have y'all yet. You know what? That light needs to be on so we can see you. Stand by. Okay, let me back up. Open the door.
Was that a launch right there? I forget.
Yes.
Wait, was?
That's the first one, yeah.
I think this one right here is one we got the most distance out of. Because this one went from the bed of the truck, over the fence, and into one of the
front trees.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Open the door. There it was. Maybe we all get out. Yeah.
Uh-oh, dogs. That's a good one.
But they weren't unrolling when they were hitting the trees.
Something to work on for the next time.
I think we go with the cheaper brand of toilet paper. Do you think if it was heavier, they would have gone further?
They would have gone further, but the problem I was having is they weren't unrolling either.
Oh. We'll have to test different brands.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if the really cheap brands that we have here would unroll quicker.
Always test it. Try it out here on our own trees.
Do a controlled study.
Yeah. I mean, we could put something in the middle roll to make it heavier.
Yes.
You know, maybe if they stood also, the two guys that are holding the other end stood further apart, because right now they're a little close together.
Yeah, would that work?
It'd give you more distance.
Oh, okay.
What? What? We going?
Is that it?
No. That was, you ran back to the truck and I thought we were busted.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Jesus. Is everybody in? Go! Are they sitting down? I don't give a
Is that Eddie?
That's Eddie screaming in my ear.
What is that? I don't give an S.
At that point, it was having to explain to my wife why she was belling me out was going through my mind.
He's halfway to my door, hanging on, sitting on my little side runners. Oh, get off of that. I can't drive away with you hanging out. You'll fall off and kill
I couldn't
yourself.
figure out why the hell we weren't hauling ass. And I'm laying in the bed of the truck talking to Dan or Tassos, one of the two. I went, why are we just tooting along? We should be out of here by now.
You're doing this high-speed getaway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll back this up. And I mean, as soon as we launched the third one and it cleared the fence was when the guy came out with the flashlight.
And he's running.
Oh, was he?
Oh yeah. Watch that flashlight. It's hauling.
Oh, I couldn't tell.
Well, he's not just shining it around.
That's all I thought he was doing.
No, I'm sure we had been on camera for a moment or so by then.
Oh.
Oh, which means I got video. Oh, they have my license plate.
Well, yeah. Now they have your license plate. Now they're going to know who did it.
That's right.
Dope.
They have no proof.
It's on my website.
Oh, that. Damn. Sometimes I just forget we're on the air. I do.
I think you forget a lot of things.
I know. I just forget that we're not just sitting around watching the video.
My license plate, and then they're going to figure out who did this. Sometimes. And now I'm on the lam.
Oh, Jesus. Is everybody in? Go! Are they sitting down? I don't give a
Leave them?
Dear God, Eddie.
Of all people, I'm worried about JD hauling ass before we even get to the bed of the truck. Eddie would have been the last one I would have figured would say leave him.
At that point, I honestly, every man for himself was going through my mind. And I was thinking, we're not that far away.
From where we parked, yeah.
I didn't know if y'all were running in different directions or what.
He's hanging out my car window. I'm thinking he's going to yank me out of the seat to leave me.
Seen out the Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Leave him.
I don't want to take off. You guys somebody fall out of the back and really get hurt. Oh, Jesus. Is everybody in? Go! Are they sitting down? I don't give a leave them! No! I can't go that fast. Shut up. Hold on. What are you fucking stopping for? Stop sign! He's still hanging out outside of the car.
Way to freak, Eddie.
Well, we didn't really pick the best wheelman for this gig.
Good point.
Yes, you did.
You blow through stop signs.
I didn't blow.
That's what a wheelman does. A wheelman blows through the stop sign.
I'm going to break the law.
Yeah, they might get your license plate.
Well, at that point, I could speed away. Eddie's hanging out the side of the car.
First of all, at that point, we know where all the cops are in that area. Yes?
Supposedly, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe there's
It was
one.
checked out ahead of time, and we knew where all the cops were in the area. We had somebody monitoring. We knew everything that was going on.
Why were we in a hurry? Why didn't we just
because somebody was coming.
A guy with a flashlight.
So? We don't know what else he had.
We had toilet paper.
You don't know what Cuban arms these guys with. Don't stop for anything when you're fleeing.
Okay, I'll make a note of it.
The last time that I fled with you.
And we're turning right, and he's hanging out the left side, so I turn around and lose Eddie.
Is everybody in? Go! I'll go!
Are they sitting down?
I don't give a shit! No, leave them! No! I can't go that fast.
Shut up. Hold on.
What are you fucking stopping for?
Stop sign.
Stop sign! All right. Lord got away.
Oh, there's a car. Crap.
You're hanging out my door.
All right,
stop it. I'll run it down.
No, don't hurt yourself. Seriously.
Eddie's in the door. Eddie's in the freaking door. Shut up. It's a stop sign. So what? The speed limit is 20, damn it. Keep going.
Speed limit is not 20 on that street.
It was on that side street. After we turned, it sure as heck was. Those are very carefully controlled streets.
You defame someone's property and you're worried about the speed limit.
We knew where the cops were. All we had to do was get the hell out of there.
Get arrested.
Get out! Why don't you get down?
Oh, your heads are sticking up. Yeah, we don't look guilty at all.
You guys put your heads down. It's a stop.
Oh, God, you idiots. It's a stoplight.
I can't.
This SUV that's following us is coming right up on our ass, and Ding Dong here stopping for everything that's got red on it.
This time it was a stop light, and there was a car in front of me.
Nah, it's just a suggestion.
You go around.
Okay. Well, I could have.
Stoplight's not a command. Guideline.
It is not a guideline.
You ain't the wheelman next time.
I didn't want to get anybody hurt.
You ain't the wheelman next time.
No, fine.
Eddie's the wheelman.
That's fine. Not in my truck.
No, Eddie ain't the wheelman.
No. Thank you.
I'll drive.
I've ridden with you.
Mm-hmm. That's why I need to drive.
That's exactly why you don't need to drive. I've ridden with you.
Well, I won't freak out. I'll just swing by. I'll be the wheelman. Guys, hop in.
And we have to have either a van or a pickup truck that we can all jump into.
Sure.
We ain't got no time for doors.
Piece of cake. We'll have assigned seating so we don't have these problems next time.
Everett's going to be tearing tickets as we're going jumping into the van.
You check your wristband?
Yeah. I'm sorry. That's that. To the left or to the right. Next. To the left or to the right.
Gonna have to see some IDs.
I'm going to get the one to get the ticket. All right, hold on. Sit down. Jesus Christ. We're turning. Everybody hang on. We're turning.
I added the siren. That wasn't really there. And all of a sudden you decide when we set up, then you're going to burn off and throw us to the other side of the truck. You're the suckiest wheelman for this. I am never doing another bad job with you. Shut up.
Did we get away? And what's this standing up, looking around stuff?
We wanted to see where that SUV was.
Oh, good down. Finally get up to speed. Now you're bitching about that.
I'm never doing another one of these things with you.
Oh, I think I did a great job.
You did it.
We got away.
It was horrible.
It was not horrible. We got away.
We're rolling somebody's house. Security comes out, and you casually leave.
I didn't casually leave. Someone's hanging outside of my truck.
What do you do? How would you do the knock and run? Knock on the door and wait for the fella to open up? Udara. You don't get it. You do something, and then you get the hell out.
We were getting the hell out, but Eddie was hanging outside my door. I don't want somebody getting hurt.
No! Damn it!
That's the end of it?
I believe it is.
That's where we get out at the church?
Yeah, we're done.
All right. All right. New rules. We take one of the K-Love vans.
I like this rule.
In fact, now that I think of it, we absolutely take one of the K-Love vans.
Yes.
Yes.
And we'll use that. We'll dump all the crap out. That way we can get in and out really quick.
Perfect. Sliding door.
Yeah. Thursday?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. All right.
We need more toilet paper because I've only got about 8, 10, 12 rolls yet left.
We only blew 3 out.
Well, no, this time we're going to have more time because he's not going to have the security that Mark Cuban had.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I don't believe he has a fence around his house.
Excellent.
So we can do 2 things. We can have some people throwing the rolls and somebody else with the 3-man launcher.
Right.
Maybe shooting it over his house.
Perfect.
Sounds like a great plan.
All right. That's tomorrow. All right, everybody blow the candle out. Let's get out of here. I'm not even sure what that means.
Yeah, you are.
All right. It's like having one of those secret clubhouses.
Yeah, like that Andy Griffith episode.
I got it. All right. Can we do news here?
Yeah.
All right. You ready?
Here we go.
Okay. All right, 5:45. JD Ryan's on Live 105.3.
Thank you, Russ. Well, today was the day China launched its first manned space mission, becoming the 3rd country in history to send a person into orbit for 4 decades after the former Soviet Union and the United States did. The official news agency immediately confirmed the launch and said the astronaut was Air Force Lieutenant Colonel Yang Liwei, 38 years old.
Why is this funny to me?
Because they can't drive. Let's blast them in space.
And they're only 40 years behind the space race. We get you now, Joe. And the rocket looked like something that they made at home.
Yes, I saw.
And it's launching, and all of a sudden all this crap's blowing off the side of it. When I saw the stuff coming off the side, I'm thinking, challenge. Columbia?
Right.
Yeah. And all the insulation blowing off. It just kept going. I just don't know that I would want to be in one of their rockets. Now, granted, the technology is 40 years later, and it's probably a lot less dangerous than it was when we were launching people back in the 50s and 60s.
Sure. We have computers now and technology.
I still don't think I would want to go up.
But we're still losing them occasionally.
Losing what?
Space units.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
All right, police holding a woman in custody, after her mother's badly decomposed body was found laying on her bed in a Richardson home. Police are waiting for autopsy results to tell them how an 84-year-old woman died and how long she had been dead. Authorities arrested the 54-year-old woman who lived there on a mental health warrant. When police arrived at the home, they found the mother in her bed. Neighbors said there had been a foul smell coming from the house since early in the summer.
So I missed it. Chick living with her dead mom?
Yes, for probably several months.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Nothing. I miss Trey.
No, stop. Stop it. Oh, somebody said they saw him.
Where?
You don't want to know.
Really?
Off the air?
I suppose. Playing what?
Yes. No, it wasn't playing that. It was a place called that. The Twister. It's a country radio station applying for a job.
What was he doing over there?
Applying for a gig.
To do what?
A friend of mine works there.
He was not.
Yes, he was. In fact, yes.
In fact, what?
He knows this friend of mine also. And, and they locked eyes and he totally freaked out. He goes, I wasn't here. Don't tell him I was here. He's applying for a job.
What kind of job? What's he going to do?
That I have no idea.
I mean, I'm not being flippant here. Really, what's he going to apply for?
I'm totally
He's never been on the air.
Mm-mm.
He's never produced before. I seriously doubt anybody's going to hire him based on this job.
No.
I mean, if they call, I'll say, yeah, he did a fine job while he was here. Mm-hmm. Let them suffer through it.
No reason to warn them.
Yeah. He did not.
Yes.
Where's the station?
Lamar Boulevard in Arlington, 360 Lamar. KSCS is there, the Twister, ESPN Radio, Radio Disney.
Maybe he wasn't applying for the Twister job.
He was in the office of the Twister. And he told this person, what are you doing here? I'm applying for a job. Don't tell anybody. So he proceeded to tell me.
Good. You really would have thought that his venture into radio would have been just with us and that would be it. That's not to say that he can't go out and try, but he had no experience before this.
Yes. which was the issue.
See if you can find out from your friend what job he was applying for.
Okay.
Unless they got shows over there looking for producers.
They do.
Oh, well, then that could have been it.
Interesting reference. Because one of the biggest problems here was he couldn't produce.
It's quite all right. Maybe they think it's a bit. In fact, if they call, tell it was a bit.
Okay.
I hope he gets the job.
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. The trading deadline came and went Tuesday for the Cowboys, and they decided to maintain their current roster. In fact, there were no deals made across the league. Partly hampering any significant deals was the fact that the Cowboys are roughly $1.6 million under the salary cap. Former Law & Order actress Angie Harmon and her pro football playing husband, Jason Sehorn, are parents of a baby girl. Finley Faith Sehorn was born at 10:55 a.m. yesterday morning at the Dallas hospital. No other details were released.
Yeah, she was extra pregnant when I saw her someplace.
Not with her. You saw her.
Burp, burp.
What's it?
Burp, burp. Burp, burp, burp.
Well, she's had a healthy little baby girl now.
Good for her.
Ozzy Osbourne has postponed a planned European tour until next year because of the effects of medication he's taking for tremors. And his tour was to begin October the 22nd in Dublin. He said the tremors were practically destroying my life along with my self-esteem.
Oh, now he's worried about his health.
Yeah, now that he can't stop shaking. Rodney King arrested again over the weekend, having punched his 22-year-old girlfriend, who he allegedly tried to choke and then punched her in the stomach. He was arrested on Saturday and released Monday on $50,000 bail. Rodney King is on 3 years probation right now for his last offense when he tore through the streets of Rialto, California in his SUV driving over 100 miles an hour while high on angel dust.
He's got a get out of jail free card.
They let him out?
Yeah, $50,000 bail.
Yeah. Where'd you get the money? Because you got to come up with $5,000.
Yeah, that's a lot if you're driving around smoking angel dust.
Yeah.
How much money did he get from L.A. when they beat him?
I can't remember.
Ton. I don't know either.
In the millions, but I can't remember the number.
Did I read someplace later that he went through all of it?
Well, he had money for angel dust in an SUV.
And $5,000 bond.
Yeah.
Because that was cash, I would imagine he had to come up with at that point.
Yeah, normally don't the bail guys, they want cash?
About 10%.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
And finally, a 6-year-old boy who partially paralyzed had 4 digits for fingers chewed off his hand by the family dog because he couldn't feel the animal gnawing at his hand. Dontavius Bryant suffered partial paralysis on his left side in an accident last year. That's why he didn't feel the dog chewing off his fingers to the second knuckle while he slept. He was in good condition at Tampa's Children's Hospital. Animal control officers destroyed the 5.5-week-old puppy, a mixed breed of Chow and Pit Bull. Donovis, that's his name, who still has the use of his right hand, is taking his latest injury in stride. I'll be okay. I can still play video games with one hand.
How can he play video games with the other hand?
He says he can.
Well, I mean, if it was numb and he couldn't feel anything, then you can't control that hand. So it was useless. Why did they put the dog to sleep?
I don't know what they did. Stop it. Quit.
He can still have fun with the stove.
There's news and information. I'm J.D. Ryan, Live 105.3 at the Talk That Rocks, Texas.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
It's not.
It is.
It is not.
There's no point in that.
Don't you want to trust him?
I do trust him.
Well,
I trust him. We have no reason not to trust him, and it's crappy to do that to your boss. And you can say whatever you want. He is your boss, technically. I realize he probably wouldn't want to fire you. Why would he?
I do.
He wants to be your friend.
Okay. Well, he's taking the lie detector test. Sorry. Hi, Gail.
Hi, Russ.
What do you got?
I got a question.
Yep.
On this auction thing,
yeah.
Does it have to be a woman that wins the evening with you?
We haven't decided yet.
Oh, okay. Just wondering. All right. I've got Subway, Advanced Laser Centers, and Joy Internet.
All right, your out cue is JOI.net.
Subway, good, so you don't always have to be. Subway, eat fresh. For the best in laser hair removal and skin rejuvenation, visit Advanced Laser Clinics. For a location near you, call 866-54-LASER. That's 866-54-LASER. Joy.net, quality internet for $6.95 a month. It's fast, reliable, and secure. Internet with no advertising, just clean, straightforward service. Go to www.getjoi.net.
Okay, in Fort Worth on eastbound I-20 at West Creek, that big, huge crane thing that caught fire and the fire's out, but it's been there forever. Well, they've got a heavy-duty wrecker in front of it, and they've got one behind it. I guess it's awfully heavy, and traffic is stuck behind it until they get it off the highway, but traffic's been backed up to Hewlin at least. In Dallas on westbound 635 at Marsh, the HOV and left lanes blocked by a crash. Downtown Dallas, westbound Woodall Rogers at Fields, 2 lanes are blocked, the 2 left ones. Your backup is on to Central, southbound from around Old Mockingbird or so. And then northbound Central stop and go from Mockingbird up to LBJ. And in South Dallas, there's still a load of bricks in the road on eastbound I-20 at Bonnie View. The 2 left lanes are blocked and traffic is still moving slowly behind that. This also brought to you by Diamond, Shamrock, and Nestle. What's your favorite? Nestle Crunch, Butterfinger, or Baby Ruth? At Diamond Shamrock corner stores, buy 2 and get 1 free, including Nestle Hue Toll House Cookie and Brownie Candy Bars. I'm Gail Lightfoot on the new, on live, 105.3, the Talking Rocks, Texas.
Thank you, Gail. 54 for the low, and sunny and 82 tomorrow. We have 76 degrees right now at live 105.3, the Talk That Rocks, Texas.
All right. Did you run a legal ID earlier?
Yes.
Okay. What's the lady's name from Don't Lie?
Diane Robinson.
Okay. She's setting up Gavin right now?
Yes, she's setting up in the office.
Okay. His office?
Ours.
Oh, okay. She has the list of questions?
Yes.
All right. How long is it going to take her?
It's going to take her a few minutes to get it all set up. And
I mean, it's normally like a half hour, isn't it?
There weren't that many questions. I don't think it'll take that long. She just has to get it set up and then get him to where she can register him.
Okay.
Most depends on how nervous he is.
Well, does he seem nervous about it?
He didn't to me.
Okay. He didn't have to take the test. It means absolutely nothing. If he doesn't, what's going to happen?
Nothing.
Okay.
Something just shows me he's got nothing to hide, except just this whole making him take a test.
I'm not making him do anything. He's the one that said he'd do it.
You're bringing it up and sort of...
And what if he doesn't do it?
There's nothing going to happen.
Okay.
He just wants to be in the buddy club kind.
Well, this would be an accelerant.
Okay.
Right. He could join right now.
If he passes, then obviously you were right and I was wrong.
It's just odd to take someone who's a corporate executive and make him take a lie detector.
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay.
You want to hear the questions we're asking?
Sure.
I don't have Gavin's questions in front of me. I'll run through these quick. We ran through them yesterday. You want to hear mine or JD's?
Take your pick.
All right. I'll do mine.
Okay.
Since somebody seems to think that I've been porking Valerie for quite a while.
I do.
And you're bringing it up in front of Everett Wine.
He's already said it's okay if it happens. Or if it happens. I'm just telling you what you told me separately and what she told me that New Year's Eve. Sorry.
Oh, and then Valerie called yesterday and jumped both of us.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, that's a shock.
Let me see if I got it. She left voicemails. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. I can tell because I can look at the picture of the WAV file.
Right.
In the very beginning of it, it's a bleep.
Damn it, JD. I'm going to warn you, I am so pissed that I can't even see straight. What the is your fascination with me and Russ? What is this sick little twisted thing?
And am I right, Everett? Valerie, when she gets on the brink of absolutely just flipping out, she starts laughing while she's screaming at you.
Yes.
That's when it scares me. And she does that a couple of times on these voicemails.
You're just stuck on this. Let it go. I'm tired of getting in my car and turning on the radio to the station I work for, listening to you guys, having my sex life all over the air.
She's close.
Get over it. Get the over it. I don't know what this little New Year's Eve thing is that you claim I told you about. I've never told you.
What did she say on New Year's Eve?
She just said
she's with Trey, right? Was Trey standing there when all this went on?
No, they've never. No, this was 3:30 in the morning. She'd already forgotten her purse. Trey's long since gone. I don't even think they even kissed at midnight.
All right.
She was trashed, and she came back downstairs. Joy was already asleep, so I met her in the lobby to give her her purse, so she didn't have to park her car.
Yes. You realize how hideous this makes you look in front of Everett.
Why? They were broken up.
Does it make any difference?
Why should I care?
They were broken up at that point.
Okay. Because JD's contention is it's been going on for a while.
Oh.
She just said,
"Go ahead."
She was the
perfect. Go ahead, Hexzilla.
Stop it. She was the perfect. You're the only. She's the only girl that really would get you and understand you. You're perfect, and you guys have had that sexual chemistry and had acted upon it in the past.
Acted upon it in the past.
That's what she said. And I don't know if that meant a kiss. I don't know but it indicated to me that she'd been to your house. And she said, "I'm the only one that gets it. I don't know why he doesn't see it."
I don't see it because she's a nut. That gets in the way.
Doesn't get in the way of sex.
Nut supersedes everything.
Doesn't get in the way of sex. It gets in the way of dating.
It gets in the way of everything.
Okay.
The guy on line 10, is that Robert who works at the Eagle? Oh, just a different Robert? Okay. This will be funny when you know the question he's asking.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert?
Hey, I want to know a question. Why did you mess the Eagle up?
See.
They have a good radio station.
Hold on. What is it, Dan?
This is the guy that keeps calling in with all the inside show information, if you know what I mean.
Oh, the guy that calls
Scoob,
up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. All right, I got it. Idiot. All right, nice try. Bye. Why are you just now catching that?
I was out in the hall. Tasso screened that. He wasn't familiar with the guy's voice.
Oh, so Tasso's did it. It's not your fault, even though you're over the phone screening. It's Tasso's fault. All right, just so I know how it goes. Thanks, Trey.
Wow. Ooh.
Tasso's did it.
Ouch.
You that Russ and I had sex. Never. I haven't. I've never told you that. I was upset. I confided in you. New Year's Eve, Trey was a dipshit. I was crying. I was drunk.
Was she crying?
Mm-hmm.
Was she drunk?
Mm-hmm.
You take advantage of her?
No, in the lobby of a hotel.
So, I understand it right. I ask you again. Are you drunk in a hotel with Valerie on New Year's Eve?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, my God. You of all people. I cannot believe that you...
She's close to the laughing and screaming at the same time. That's really when you should be scared.
Okay, I didn't.
Of all people.
Because that's when their...
implement's flying.
Yeah, and their skin comes off.
No.
It is. And what's really inside is now done baking.
Okay.
It is.
I'll keep that in mind if I'm ever around her when she gets this angry.
Would do this. I can't...
That's where the phone cut off.
I'm sorry, I got cut off. I'll make it quick. You think about this. You keep bitching about Russ. You keep saying he's going to hurt Everett's feelings. It's hurting Everett's feelings. And we of all people should give a shit about Everett's feelings. But even...
Wow.
Yeah.
That was nasty.
It was. I don't think she meant it ugly.
I know when enough is enough, JD, and I seriously think this is just gone.
This is the phone conversation I didn't finish editing, right?
Yes.
Because I had to pop the delay on it yesterday.
Correct. There's a bomb coming.
Yeah. Let me jump past it to where she leaves a message for me.
It's V. We have a problem. There is nothing like getting in the car at the grocery store with your mother with you, and you turn on the radio and...
Her mother live in town?
No.
So why'd she say that?
She's probably lying.
No.
Lo and behold, there's my...
Wow.
Because she said that, and I'm going, I don't think her mom lives in town.
Yeah, but isn't the story much more grand that way?
Yeah. Where's her mom live?
Like South Texas, down Padre, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She could have been visiting. You never know.
Well, she didn't actually say her mom was in the car. She said there's nothing like it.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. She didn't say it really happened.
That's life over 100,000 watts. What are you doing? Make him stop. Make him stop.
I got to make you stop because you said it twice.
I will.
What is JD's problem? This No, this was not supposed to happen. Make him back off. I had it.
Here comes the big threat. Mm-hmm.
I just left him a message, and I asked him to back off. And if I could get your help or help on your end, I think that would...
And you're not going to address the threat that she threw out?
There is nothing to say.
Okay.
I think maybe this would go away.
You're sure?
Positive.
Okay.
So, and if this doesn't go away...
Here it comes. Last chance.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Tell JD that if he doesn't stop running his yap, I'm going to start running my yap.
What's she going to say? What's she got to run? You're sure?
Positive.
Okay.
And I'll make a call to Joy, and he's going to know. He'll know exactly what that means.
Do you know what that means?
I have no idea what that means.
You're sure?
Positive.
Because she says she's going to call Joy and start running her yap.
I know, but she can do all she wants.
And then she's got nothing to say.
She's got nothing to say.
Okay.
And she just...
yeah. Let him know. Shut up, or I make a phone call. All right.
This is my very favorite part of the phone, the entire message.
Have a good show.
She's totally gone back to normal. The skin just came right back around her.
Yeah. Wow. So she's got nothing to tell Joy.
I have no idea what she's...
Were you or were you not drunk with Valerie in a hotel at 3:30 in the morning, New Year's Eve? That's a yes or no.
It's not
That's a yes or no. Am I right, Counselor?
Yes.
That's a yes or a no.
Yes.
Okay.
Lobby.
Not part of the question.
I understand.
I asked for that to be stricken from the records. Is that what you do?
So noted, Counselor.
Thank you.
I didn't do anything with Valerie.
Okay.
I don't know what she thinks she knows about me, but she can just leave Joy alone. Leave Joy out of this.
You realize she could call Joy and say anything.
Of course she could.
Yeah, and you know with Joy, if Valerie tells her, and they've talked before, so I think Joy kind of trusts Valerie.
Unfortunately.
If she tells her, she's going to buy it. She could say anything she wants, and Joy's going to buy it, and you are screwed.
No matter what, even if it didn't happen.
Yeah. What do you mean no?
I'll take the lie detector test again on that. I didn't do anything.
Well, hang
There's
on.
nothing there.
I'll add that to one of the questions.
What you adding?
Cool, you engines inside? Ain't nothing happened yet there, Sputnik boy? You ain't been launched?
I know.
Just sit there for a second. All right, question number 19. Have you had any sexual contact or relations with said monster? Okay?
Okay.
You okay with that one?
I'll be fine.
All right. How we doing, Eddie? Say it again? Okay. How long since we came out of the last one?
6:02.
All right, give me a couple of minutes. I will do this. I'll come back. I'll run through the questions. And then check on Gavin.
Okay.
See what's going on. How much longer he's going to be. That way I'll know if I can trust him or not.
Yes.
Dandy.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show. Russ Martin Show.
Call Russ, who is impervious to all that surrounds him. Now, 214-787-1053.
All right. J.D. Ryan is here. Eddie Boyd over at Newton Rock and Roll Attorney. Dan O'Malley, Tassos, whatever. And Gail Lightfoot with traffic. Is it Valerie on the phone? Mm-hmm. Hi, V.
Hi, R.
Yes?
My mama was in town. It was horrifying.
Okay.
Absolutely horrifying. And, Counselor, you should know better than to make accusations that you don't know to be
Yeah, what about that, Counselor?
true.
I don't recall making an accusation. I just a probability.
Well, actually, my question, Everett was right. I said, does her mom live in town? And he said no.
All right.
So that actually did answer my question.
No, I was not lying. She actually is in town to help me pack to move to my new house. So I was embarrassed. I can't believe y'all played those tapes. Oh, my God. Did I get my point across?
You did with me. You said have a good show.
Well, in the comment I made about Everett, I mean, everyone knows that. Me of all people, I'm an ex-girlfriend. What should I care about what he thinks? But had he listened, the next line out of my mouth was, but even I know that enough is enough, and you can't push somebody that far.
See, she's got a very good
So I was
point.
actually taking up forever because I don't think what JD's doing is very nice.
I don't either. I think it's quite hideous.
I will stop.
No, it's fine. It's all right. All right. Thank you.
The breakup was amicable and everything is friendly.
All right, bye.
There you go.
Did Gavin finish with his test?
I believe he's finished. I think she's just tallying everything up.
Okay, how long will that take her?
Probably about 5 minutes.
Okay. Very anxious to see if Gavin passed the test or not.
Yes.
Did you bring me his questions?
Yes, I have.
Well, we'll go over those in a second. All right. Here are the questions that she's going to ask me when we do this.
Okay.
And chances are, how long did it take her with him?
It was about 15 minutes all over.
Okay, we'll probably have to do it after the show, so we'll have the results tomorrow. Okay. Questions we're going to run through. Have you ever at any time had sexual thoughts about Valerie? Have you at any time acted upon sexual thoughts about Valerie? Does average friendship mean enough to you not to have had sex with Valerie? Are you paying any monies to Valerie to keep her quiet? Do you really think Dan Lewis did a good job? Have you ever masturbated to a picture of Valerie? Do you find it easy to lie to your friends? Have you ever had oral pleasure with Valerie? Has your manhood ever entered any part of Valerie? Have you at any time acted like Valerie was in Mexico and you were Dan Lewis? Does your conscience eat away at you knowing what you did to Everett as a friend? Is banging your friend's women a pattern in your life? Is banging your friend's girlfriend better than a slit in the couch? The question's for JD.
Okay.
Have you ever watched another man have sex with your woman? You know what? Siebert's out in the hall. You'll take the lie detector test? Huh? Come in here. Yes, little man. Come in here. Come in here. Because Siebert's here and the lie detector chick's here. Now's the perfect time. I want him to answer the same questions that Gavin Spittle just went through.
Okay.
Yes, go get him and run him down there. If he doesn't, then I ain't coming in tomorrow. Because I'm telling you, I don't trust Siebert as the market GM, and I don't trust Kurt Johnson, the vice president of programming for the market. I think they're two little squirrely bastards.
I got you.
What?
I agree.
No, I'm with you. You can tell by looking at them.
Yeah. Where was I? Because I saw Siebert just walk past the window. I didn't want to come in here. You feel the strange sex? No, that's JD's. Oh, yeah, we're still on JD's. Have you ever watched another man have sex with your woman? What'd you say your answer was?
No.
Nobody. Joy or anybody?
I just think I'll abstain from that question.
Why is that?
I just want to. I don't.
Well, you can abstain from anything you choose. All I know is in court, it looks very damning. Yes, Counselor?
It's inappropriate.
Duly noted.
It's inappropriate, and
why is it?
God forbid.
All of the questions are inappropriate. That doesn't seem to be a problem with the show.
Some of them are worse than others, and God forbid there be some memory of somebody else being in the room, and then it come out positive, and it looks like I have.
JD, we're not encumbered by boundaries here.
Then I'm going to abstain on that question. Thank you. I have that right.
You may do anything you choose. Is he not going to do it? All right. I can't help you. You're not going to go. He's laughing. He's laughing in the hall.
Okay.
He thinks I'm kidding. I ain't coming in tomorrow. Right down here. He's going to go.
There he goes.
Ask about his penis.
Stop it.
You've seen his wife.
I've seen his wife.
It's got to be huge.
Just stop it. Talk about the general manager's penis.
Well, you've seen him, and you've seen his wife.
Yes.
It's got to be a monster.
It's love. It's just love.
It ain't love of the monster. That thing must have hands on it. No way it can dig around for the G-spot.
I understand.
Reaches up in there and grabs stuff.
Yeah. Where was I? Have you ever incorporated animals into your sex life?
I'm not going to answer these again now.
Why are you not going to answer that one?
Obviously no.
Clearly. For most people, it would be.
Do you feel that strange sex helps with your inadequacies? Have you ever tasted another man's yum-yum?
Of course not.
Have you ever had sex with other men in the room? Is that Siebert and Holligan?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to take it? Oh, there's his wife.
Is she here?
Yeah. Ooh. Have you seen her?
Wow.
Get her back in front of the window. I want Everett to see her. Look how hot she is.
She don't listen to him.
Yeah, he's emotional. Come back down here. I ain't going down there. Look at that.
Oh, please.
Yeah.
Very nice.
See if she wants to come in here.
No, don't do this.
Yeah, go ahead. She's a cutie.
She is.
I mean, really, if you put 100 people in the room, would you put her and Siebert together?
Probably not.
Not unless he was selling her a used car.
Yeah. She coming in? Oh. I'll be nice to her.
He was the penis remarks right before.
Oh. That's got to be big. It does.
I know. That's why she doesn't want to come in here. You ask her that.
I'm not going to ask her that.
She doesn't
We
know.
already know it's got to be huge.
All right.
It's got to be the size of a coffee can. They probably even call it one.
No, they don't.
Put a little sombrero on it.
I understand. Good little last drop. I'm with you.
No poon before it's time.
Have you ever tasted have you ever had sex with someone while dating your current girlfriend?
No.
Have you ever had to clean pookie off your weenie? Have you ever had to clean male pookie off your weenie? Do you think that one time doesn't make you gay? Does lying to black people about what you call them make you feel smarter than they are? Have you ever dressed like a woman and been done by a girl with a strap on? When hit in the face with another man's sack, you close your eyes and try not to think about it. Do you hate Mexicans too? Have you ever banged any of your friends' women? Have you ever banged one of your boss's women? Have you ever banged one of Russ's women? Do you consider yourself a lying two-faced, do you consider yourself a two-faced lying piece of, and have you ever had sexual contact or relations with Valerie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Those will be the questions. All right. We'll be doing those after the show. She ready with Gavin's stuff?
She was tallying it up, and Siebert was talking to her.
Oh. Is Siebert going to take
I
it?
think he was. He sat down.
Really?
Yeah.
Has he seen the questions?
He was looking over them.
And I forget, let me see the questions really quick. I want to see if
He's got my list.
Are they, will they apply to him as well?
Yeah, it's just ask basic questions of whether or not they need to fix your show. Would they lie to you? Things like that.
Okay. All right. Those will be fun then. All right. What are we doing here?
TV Jeopardy.
We have time?
Yeah.
Okay. Just TV themes or questions?
Just themes.
All right. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3. Dan, you want to come in and play? All right. Put Tassos on the phones. Line up 4 people, and we'll go here. Here it comes.
Welcome to Idiot Savant Jeopardy. And now here's the host of Idiot Savant Jeopardy, Russ Martin.
Why is Siebert and Spittle here together? Is something supposed to happen when I get off the air?
No. They work together in the same building.
I know, but you never see them here so close to 7 o'clock. What's up?
Nothing's up. What would be up?
What are you laughing at, Everett?
I don't know. Siebert and Spittle, it just sounds like something that happens in an old age home.
It does.
Well, something's up.
Yeah, nothing's up.
We'll see then.
Nothing's up. Ratings came in today. You're number 1.
Are you sure?
Yes, I saw them.
Okay. Why are you just now telling me that?
Because it's a summer book and bonuses aren't based on it.
Oh.
Did you want to? I didn't know. That Spittle didn't tell you. Gavin, excuse me.
Well, that's his last name, Spittle.
I understand. Yeah, this is the summer book came in today.
Oh, I can't wait to get in my first argument with him. Oh, is that right, Spittle? Quit it. Isn't that your name? Spittle?
You watch it, Mr. Martin.
Stop saying my name. All right, then. Can you imagine growing up as a kid with that last name? No, I really would change it.
I'm afraid I'd have to.
Because you know how cruel kids can be. You know how cruel adults can be.
Yes. Adults.
He looks like he probably took a share of ass whoopings as a child.
I know I did.
Happens.
Thanks. I feel better. I feel better now. So why didn't you tell me about the ratings? Were we down in anything?
No.
Everything was fine?
Everything was fine.
Are you lying to me?
No. Why would I lie to you? No.
Do I need to put this in the questions?
Am I lying to you about the ratings?
Yeah.
I didn't see all of them.
What did you see?
I saw 25-54 males, and I saw...
We're number 1 in that?
Yes.
All right, fine. You're sure?
Yes.
Okay. No surprises. You seem like you're hiding something.
I'm not hiding anything. I haven't seen all of the numbers.
But you saw men 25-54?
Yes.
Number 1?
Yes.
You don't sound convincing.
I am. Yes, that's the true number. Yes. 7 point something or other.
All right.
I didn't stare at them, and I didn't really have time. I was working to get the show ready.
We outperformed the station?
Oh, my God, yes.
Okay. That's all I care about.
Yes.
That's exactly the way I want this station to be. Us, and then everybody else to crap.
Yes.
How did Liz Wild do?
I didn't even see. I didn't see anybody's numbers but ours, and I didn't see all of our numbers.
Okay.
I'll get them printed out for you.
All right, here we go again.
Welcome to Idiot Savant Jeopardy. And now here's the host of Idiot Savant Jeopardy.
So why would Seabird and Spittle be here at the same time? Nobody's ever here that late, and why are they waiting for me to get off the air?
Nobody's waiting for you to get off the air. You made what's his name stay late to do the test. He threatened not to come in tomorrow if you didn't do the lie detector test.
Is he doing it?
Spittle already did.
What about Seabird?
He was sitting in there. I can go check real quick.
Yeah, do that while we do the intro.
Welcome to Idiot Savant Jeopardy. And now here's the host of Idiot Savant Jeopardy, Russ Martin.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's the way it should be.
That's not the way it should be. It's not like that in any corporation in America.
I don't care how it is in corporations. You want me to work for you. I want to trust you. You're going to take a lie detector test.
Normally it's management that tells employees to take lie detector tests.
Well, I'm sorry.
Well, I just think it's odd.
Is he taking it?
Yes.
Is he really? Yes. Good.
You can't let these guys run amok.
Wow. They already have too much power to begin with.
Apparently not.
Thank you. All right. What are we playing for?
We'll be playing for 12 months bronze level web hosting service from RevertBiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3 and the Russ Martin Show. And a pair of tickets to see the WWE Survivor Series Sunday, November the 16th, at American Airlines Center, televised from Dallas to the world from Ticketmaster.com.
All right. You have 4 people lined up on the phone? Very nice. Okay. All right. Let the first one, check your buzzers, Dan. JD. Everett. There's mine. All right. Here we go. Let the first one fly.
Everett.
What are the Three Stooges?
Correct.
Russ.
What is George of the Jungle?
Correct. George. Everett.
What is The Courtship of Eddie's Father?
Correct.
What is that girl?
Is it you?
I'm the cow.
Go ahead.
Everett. What is that girl?
Correct.
Is mine working? All right. Isn't that funny? We both got it at the same time.
Yeah. Had to kick in.
Everett.
What is Bewitched?
Incorrect. Russ.
It's My Favorite Martian.
Correct. Russ.
It's Hogan's Heroes.
Correct.
What is Doctari?
Correct.
Suck. Is that the one with the cross-eyed line?
Yes.
Clarence.
Clarence, the cross-eyed line.
Yeah. And there was that hot chick that ran around in the shorts.
That was such a great show.
That was the only reason to watch it.
Yes.
And she wasn't in enough scenes.
Came
Remember
on
who I'm talking about?
Absolutely.
Channel 11.
On Sundays.
5 o'clock. Watched it every Sunday.
Who is the tall, dark stranger there? Maverick.
Russ.
What is Maverick?
Correct. Russ.
What is that street?
No. It's all me.
Everett.
What is Sesame Street?
Correct. Russ.
What are the Archies?
Correct. Dan.
What is Cheers?
Correct.
Making your way in the world.
Russ.
What is Room 222?
Correct.
What is Laverne and Shirley?
Correct. Russ.
But it's one day at a time.
Correct. Dan,
What is Dallas?
correct. Everett,
What is MASH?
correct. Russ,
What is Wonder Woman?
oh, Dan.
I don't know.
With solid gold.
Correct. Russ,
With Miami Vice.
correct. Russ,
What is Barnaby Jones?
I guess. Actually, I got that. I might have it transposed. Let me look to the next.
No, that's not Barnaby Jones.
That's not? Okay.
No, I promise you.
Everett,
What are the streets of San Francisco?
correct.
John.
What is Barnaby Jones? I can't get one.
I smell a rat.
It's one out of the 70s because it's got that waka thing. What is that noise?
Guitar.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yes. What is Starsky and Hutch?
Incorrect. Everett,
What is the Rookies?
correct.
Wow. Damn it.
Dan,
What is Starsky and Hutch?
correct. Russ,
What is the NBC Sunday night mystery movie?
incorrect.
Or McCloud.
Everett,
What is Kojak?
correct.
No. In the wrong network.
Right era.
Everett,
What is... I know. What is...
Everett.
wait, Quincy. What is Quincy?
correct. This is the last one.
Everett pulls ahead.
Hang on. Really, what's the score?
And 9-8 with you guys. Dan and I really don't matter. I'm one, he is two.
Go ahead.
Live from New York,
Russ.
it's Saturday night.
What is Saturday Night Live?
Correct.
We have a little problem because we have a tie. I get prizes for both.
All right. Everett and I were playing for Matt and Cole, so both give them something.
They both get.
And what do they win?
They'll get 12 months bronze level web hosting service from BirdBiz.com, the official web host of Live 105.3, The Russ Martin Show, and a pair of tickets to see the WWE Survivor Series Sunday, November 16th at the American Airlines Center, televised from Dallas to the world. Get your tickets now at the Ticketmaster locations.
We'll be back with the Russ Martin Show.
Well, she said Siebert and Gavin didn't answer all the questions.
Really?
Yes.
Which ones do they avoid?
I don't know yet. Okay. But I tell you what we're going to do.
Okay.
Since it's already 7 o'clock, and I'm sure the Liz Wild show is anxious to get on and start
their show.
That.
Mm-hmm.
We will we'll tape her responses after the show. We'll play them tomorrow.
Okay.
I almost don't want to be in here, so I'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Can you do that, Eddie?
Just me record it?
Yeah, have her tape all the responses in this order. Gavin,
Okay.
Siebert,
Okay.
JD, me. Of course, we still got to go take our test. Do that, and then save it on a mini disc or something.
Okay.
So that way, I'll be surprised tomorrow with everybody else.
No emails to me tonight?
No, don't tell me anything.
No, but I mean, am I going to be getting emails from you tonight?
About what?
What questions you answered or didn't ask?
No.
I'm not going to memorize them.
You know what he's asking me?
No, I don't.
We don't understand, Alex.
I'm just saying you have a habit of asking me a lot of questions in emails. Later on when you're drunk.
So? I said I don't want to know.
Okay. If it gets to the job threatening part, then I usually tell.
Yeah.
What is it I've asked before when I was drunk?
Specifically, I can't remember. I know you've asked me a few times different things.
Oh. Are you a two-faced lying piece of
spook?
Oh, that's the wrong button. But that fits too.
Yeah.
You piece of spook. All right. Okay. Well, then what we'll do is we'll play this, and then you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
Either way, I've got to do the promo.
I'll tell you what. I'll go first. You're gonna cut the promo, right, for the show, and then you'll go later.
Okay.
All right. Get the music here. And did you put don'tlie.com in the plug?
I got it right here.
All right, here we go.
All right. To find out if someone around you is lying, go to the website www.don'tlie.com. For more information about the Russ Martin Show, or to email us individually, go to russmartin.com. To get answers that you may ever have about the show and all audio clips, also go to russmartin.info. By the way, the Mark Cuban toilet paper is on russmartin.com in the photo gallery. Instant email is only during the show.
Does it have all the audio on there, or does it stop when we get in the truck?
Yeah, it's because it's the video and it would take so long to download it. It stops when we get in the truck. So at that point, throwing the camera down the seat.
Okay.
It's just recording the audio.
All right.
Other web show sites are John David.
How fast were you going with Eddie hanging out the door?
I was doing about 10 miles an hour on that first corner.
All right.
And that's when he stopped and got out.
Okay.
EddieBoyd.com, DanAntasos.com, GailLightfoot.com, and Valerie'sNewsChick.com. For law issues, contact Everett Newton at DallasAttorney.com, or you can call him at 214-823-LAWS. Limousine service provided by Ultimate Limousines. Contact George at LimoGeorge.com, and everything else is at Live1053.com.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
See ya.
Bye.